We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy.
Well, hi, folks. It's good to see y'all. Awesome. Let's see. I got to get my pop out set up. There we go. Great bunch of folks. And I'm going to read off who's here. I've got someone in the basement. I'm going to pull them up real quick here. I just want to make sure that I point out everybody that jumped in right away from the get-go. We got Adventures in the Heartland. Hi, John and Jan. Diary of the Mind. Great to see you. Dojo. We got Everything Spicy. Faith in the Fallen. Oh, yeah, there's my favorite artist. Jay's Beta Room. Hey, good to see you. Kimberly Ferris. Kirk Whipper Voyager Center. McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. Miscellaneous Magnets, and Plain Old Chuck. Great group to start the night out with. Great group. I'm going to pull up my first guest tonight, my first panelist. There she is.
Hello.
Sweetie. Hi.
Howdy.
So how are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. Everybody was over in the chat, just talking up a storm with each other and saying hi as usual.
Good stuff.
Boy, I have to say, Samantha, your latest song.
What?
I don't know. I got something just tells me you. I don't know. Did you get a hold of my diary or something? Or some of the songs that you write, I cannot imagine how many people are out there going, how does she know me so well? How does she know my life and things that are going on in it so well? That was awesome. So well written. So well written.
I actually sang that one live before putting it on the channel. I sang that at the gig I had last Wednesday, and the girl that was hosting came up to me and she's like, dude, you wrote that song based off my relationship. And when I was performing, I saw that she was crying. And I was like, oh crap. I didn't mean to make anybody cry.
I'm making people cry. Hey, now you know how I feel and you put it in my song. And sometimes he makes me shed a tear. Oh yeah, thanks. I'm making people cry. That's it. But
I don't mean to.
And that's it. Is some people, some things just really touch their hearts. It's so cool. Hey, filming the ultimate grave taker. Great to see you. Yeah. That song was great. I loved it. I have to say, any of you folks been looking for me for about the last 24 hours or a little more, and I haven't been around. Yeah, I've been busy. I was supposed to go to my son's for dinner last night at 5:00, and at 6:15, I realized I was supposed to be there at 5:00. So, I mean, shoes weren't tied on my way out the door to get my tail over there. And as I'm on my way to his house, I looked at my phone. There's a text message. Open it up, and it says, "The food is here." And that text was an hour old. So yeah, I had to tear over to my son's and apologize for an hour and a half about. He had a special pizza made at the place he used to be a manager of, and it was a pretty good pizza, even though I had to microwave mine. But so he insisted to we'd watch a movie, and he wanted to play some PlayStation after that. I didn't get home till almost 1:30 in the morning, so that kind of wiped out my night last night. It's crazy. I watched this movie. What was it called? Good Boys. Have you seen it, Sam? Oh my God. You can imagine I was laughing my tail off.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was laughing so hard. I can't believe I haven't seen that movie. Well, I have now. Part of me says once was enough.
Yeah.
But the one time, yeah.
It's definitely funny. My son saw it on the on-demand previews, and he goes, "Oh, look, it's a kid's." I was like, "It's not a kid's movie. Nope.
Nope.
Not
Just
for you,
it's
dude.
got kids in it. No.
It's got kids."
And it's so deceptive. Even the cover of the Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it. It's got them three boys, and it's just like, oh, it's going to be some funny kid movie.
Yeah.
It didn't take 5 minutes, and I'm going, whoa, I can see where this is headed. Oh, yeah. If you had all your children in the room and you started that movie for them, within 5 minutes, you'd be pausing and say, well, kids, guess what? Early bedtime tonight.
Get out. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not watching this. Oh, look at there. She got the pink hat on.
Hey.
Awesome. Good to see you, sweetheart.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing? Hey.
How are you?
There you go, folks. Sty's complete. He's got his two favorite co-hosts up here with him.
Oh, wasn't that we're gonna do now? Well, hey.
What?
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. It's transparent.
Ooh.
Hey, Wheel Life, great to see ya.
You can see my. Yeah.
Yeah, right through that shirt. Ooh.
Arr.
You got that shirt handy that Teespring sent you?
Oh yeah, I got that.
See, I ordered a cup from Ann, and this is what they sent me. That's Ann's cup that I got off of her Teespring. Look at the shirt she got.
That's mine. It should be bubble if you can. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be her in the bathtub with the bubbles.
Yeah, they need to fix that.
No kidding.
Hey, Jason Spratt.
So
Hey, Jason, good to see ya.
I'm gonna say hello to everybody. Hey, Jay's Better Room, Jason, Adventures, the Heartline. This is Real Life. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah. I'm far behind. Kirk, Dire of Mine, 9. Dire of the Mine, yeah. Yeah, I'm almost up to speed. Okay.
Well, it's a little quiet tonight. We only got 17 in the house right now.
Share it out, guys.
Share it out, folks.
Lives right now.
Share it out. Please hit the thumbs up. I did see the thumbs up getting hit. Yeah, that's pretty good. I said share it out, and we dropped down to 15. Oops. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that.
Who left the room?
Crud load of lives going on right now, though. I was like,
yeah, it's amazing how many are out there.
Yeah.
The Adventures in the Heartland. We went to Maple Sugar Time today at Indiana Dunes National Park. Oh, fun. Yeah, I used to work the Sugar Bush years ago.
Bush?
Go out.
You like it in the bush, don't you?
I like Sugar Bush. Yeah, a little bit of Sugar Bush never hurt nobody. My job at the Sugar Bush the last few years had been just hauling sap back to the processing shack, and I got too old for that.
Mr.
Shannonite, good to see ya. Sorry I'm late. I had to dress up as a rabid tree mole for one of Sty's backgrounds. There aren't any rabid tree moles in this background. That, folks, is Lost Creek up here in northern Wisconsin.
This is me fishing. There.
Yeah.
Is that you, though? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's her out there fishing.
That's awesome.
I love that background.
That's cool.
You know me, right? That's why you say it. So yeah.
Yeah. Plain old Chuck Sugar Bush. That's a new one. Hey, they don't call it Sugar Bush from where
Can I call mine Sugar Bush? Will that help?
Up here, the Sugar Bush is any big stands of sugar maples that are being tapped for syrup. That's all we know them as, are the Sugar Bush. Yeah.
I'm going to call mine Sugar Bush now.
But the term can be used kind of universally, I guess.
That's me, Kirk. That's me.
Yep. Yeah, Tim, that's her. She's out there fishing. Is that the same shoreline that I got to watch that you showed me Gunner lifting the nets?
No. That's all like a small little pond.
It's not the same shoreline, not the same place.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like one time I didn't get fish there. We were 5 people for 4 hours, 0 fish. That never happened before. Never happened before, because you get always 20, 30 fish there. But one time it didn't get one. I don't understand. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, they had 90 trees tapped. That's a good Sugar Bush. Hi, Native Grammy. It's great to see you. Mystic Bunny.
Hey, please share it out, guys.
Yeah, good. Please share it out. I see folks are starting to come in. We're at 22 now. That's good. That's good. We'll get on the topic of the night here shortly. This is the outdoor night of the week. I mean, Well, we talk outdoors in all my streams, but this one's dedicated to the outdoors.
Yep.
And tonight's topic, for those of you that are here, is road trips. Now, all kinds of thoughts go through your mind when you think of road trips, but yeah, we're going to get into road trips tonight, and we'll be talking about how you're getting into the outdoors through road trips. What are outdoors people's road trips? It's so good to see you, Native Grammy.
It's good to see you all in here.
Yeah, everybody. It's awesome. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but there were a lot fewer people in the house at the time. But hey, Samantha put a new song up on Faith in the Fall, and get over there, check out that new song. Get over there, check it out.
Not now.
And when I was talking to you about how my song that Sam wrote for my channel is right up there, it's getting way up there. It's over 400, and I told you it's at 409. And then after we hung up and I was getting ready to go live, I pulled it up because I play it as my intro. I pulled it up and it's at 412. So it got 3 more since just before you and I had a phone conversation. So that's good. That's good. Get over there and listen to Sam's music, guys.
Yeah, not now. Not now.
You will not regret it.
Not now. After
yeah,
stream.
Mr. Funny, that new song is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like mine best. Mine is best. Definitely best.
Well, that's it. I kind of miss that one.
Without a care.
No self-promotion.
She likes her hats, and so do I.
I thought it was so darn funny that one night when it was Phil and me and Dojo and you, and all 4 of us are going, no, my song's better. No, mine's better. No, mine's better. Mine's better. No, mine's best. No, mine's the bestest. I mean, it just went on and on.
I'm number one.
And then we all agreed to disagree and came up with, hey, we got the 4 best songs on her channel. Yeah.
We do. I love you.
Yeah. And I tell you what, Samantha's done a lot for a few channels. I mean, yeah. Oh, Leanne from McCoy's is saying I need to listen to it yet. I am finally feeling pretty darn good and have a bunch of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, you didn't see it. VH Outdoors on Jason Spratt. Thank you.
Yeah. Adventures in the Heartland. Yeah. Yep. Get over there, and when Sam's streaming, get over there, support her, help her out, and as she gets to know you, she and that's it. Is she likes to get to know a channel, so that and it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
They've already left a comment, and I've agreed to try it out.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take a whack at it. But I did tell them I got a list.
Got a list.
They're on it now though. So yeah.
They got a mile long list.
That's no joke.
Everybody will come up that.
I will get to it though, for sure.
And that's it. I was lucky. Ann was lucky. Phil was lucky. We were at the front end.
I wasn't lucky. I asked for it. I wrote the song. I asked for it.
You're lucky you had her to ask.
No, I asked for it because
yes, you darn right. You better say you're lucky to know Sam so that you can ask her.
She was sitting there.
You see where this is going, Sam? You see where this is going? Yeah, no, I'm luckier than you were.
With her glasses and almost.
When she would stream from when she'd be on a panel in the kitchen with them big old glasses
staring at me upside down. What is that girl doing? She must be crazy. I have to write a song about her.
Hey, Wandering Wiley, great to see you. Jacob Sargent, awesome. Awesome to see you. Hey, Rig Outdoors, welcome back. It's great to see you.
My baby girl is grown up. I'm so proud.
My baby girl's growing up. We were talking about that in a private phone call today, Ann and I, about certain people, and a comment had come up to her about, and you must be looking for a father figure. And I laughed when she told me that somebody would even say that. I said, oh no, you know how many people she's a mother figure to?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
But
get it,
I hear
folks.
a lot.
I'll end a stream at midnight, 1 o'clock. It'll be a long one, 5 hours. And I'm tired. And then bleep, there's a notification. I go and I open it. She messengers me. Did you take your pills? God almighty. Even my own mother wasn't that. I mean, she is so mother hennish. Sty, did you take your pills? Sty, did you eat? I get that all the time. I know you didn't eat before your stream tonight. Now you make sure to eat and take your pills before you go to bed. And I'm sitting here going, Jesus, I feel like I'm 5 years old. I mean, where is she? Tuck me in, Mom. Tuck me in. Read me a bedtime story. Get me a nice warm glass of milk, Mom. I mean, Anne would make the absolute best headmistress of a orphanage.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, now that'd be an orphanage. You'd be going, yeah, I'm an orphan. I'm an orphan. I'm an orphan. And Anne is my head mother, at the orphanage. Because you'd love it. I mean, but she would make sure. Did you change your underwear today? I can hear her.
What?
Adventures in the Heartland goes, that reminds me, I have to take mine. Don't let Anne know you need to take pills. Don't go there. She'll never let you rest until she sees you actually put them in your mouth.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah. No, I always been like that. My mom has always been like that. My sister's always been like that. So yeah, we are like, I don't know. I always like.
I actually did eat dinner tonight.
Oh, you good boy. Good boy.
Yeah.
Good.
But I remember what I told you. I fixed myself this awesome ham sandwich, big thick slab of ham. Yep. Oh, I was just ready to take a bite out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody's pounding on my damn door. It's a neighbor. Says, I got to get these things at the hardware store, and the hardware store closes at 5, and I can't find a ride. I don't have a ride. Could you give me a ride? And I looking at that sandwich like, you were the sandwich. You were the sandwich. And I felt guilty when I was trying to judge his needs over my sandwich, So I said, all right, fine. Put my sandwich down. Get my truck. And I said, well, this will only take us a few minutes. Hardware store is just down the road. Oh no, I need to go to that hardware store up in Washburn. Well, now it's a 30-mile round trip. It's not just 4 blocks from here. It's 30 miles. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't get a speeding ticket. But I get home and my bread's kind of dried out on my sandwich, but it was still good. I ate a really nice big arse ham sandwich. Yeah, I feel full. Good old fashioned real ham too. No, it wasn't spam.
It wasn't spam. You got Jacob
for out in the woods.
Sty.
The what?
A Jacob Sargent. I work at Scout Camp, Mr. Sty.
Yeah, I see that. I work at a Scout camp. That's cool. That's awesome. If you're working with Scouts, more power to you. Bravo. McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. No spam, bad stuff. LOL.
Well, you're welcome.
Spam. I use spam out on the trail just because of the fact that it's a meat that I can pack with me that'll last. I can be out for a week
I never had spam, but I had some similar to what you guys have, but it's not so salty,
Right.
I think, because you guys is pretty salty, isn't
Ours
it?
is pretty salty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason. See, that's the way I feel. Never avoid a good deed. He offered me $30 to take him 30 miles, and he handed me handed me 2 10s and 2 5s. I kept the 5s because I liked the smaller bills and handed him the 20 back. And he goes, "What?" And I said, "You're not paying me $30 to take 45 minutes out of my time." I said, $10 covers my gas. My truck gets 12 miles a gallon. It was 30 miles, 240 a gallon. So it covered my gas, and he said, "I feel bad. I feel bad." Yeah, too bad. I feel good. What's that? Stylet foot.
Violet foot. Beautiful.
Uh,
Hello, welcome.
I used to eat when I was a kid. Mom fed it to us. Oh yeah, spam. When I was a kid too, it was like my mom would make us fried spam sandwiches, and but that was back in the day when spam was kind of trendy. Back in the '60s. Oh
Oh,
shit!
that's before my time. A long way before my time. Yeah.
Doggone video I posted the other day where I screwed up and I said 1914.
Oh yeah. you said like 3, 4 things in that video. I think like you was
Yep.
messing. Well, I'm
There
like,
were
oh
there were
yeah,
three where I tripped up on the years,
yeah, yeah.
and when I said
I'm
1914,
1940, and I was like, what the hell?
when I said 1914, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I said no, 2014.
Yeah. Hey,
I
buddy,
thought,
why you?
hey, Buddy Weiser.
How's it
Yep.
going?
Yeah, you betcha. Two pretty ladies in Sty. That's it. And I like it that way.
Sty and I.
Yeah. These are, see, you don't want to skip my streams with that Sty in the Eye commercial that comes up front, because these are the Styes in the eye that you get over here. Yeah, it's not so painful. It's not so
Really,
painful.
Sam?
Lizzie Ann, hi, sweetie. I had hand pump an
what's up,
older
Steve?
guy's tire the other day at a grocery store. Then he asked to pump up all of his tires. That's one thing too, is sometimes your good deeds lead into several hours of work.
Liver sandwiches also.
Oh,
Liverwurst?
yes. Hey, I just bought myself just a big chunk of liverwurst
Is
yesterday.
that
So
what you like? You take a bread knife and smear it.
you
What do
can
you call it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's soft.
Um,
It's soft enough that you can smear it on. I just
Yeah.
cut it into slices and put it on.
Yeah, let me put
And I
it.
like to use it to make pate.
Yeah.
I take it and I add garlic and a few other seasonings, and I make a pate, and then I cover the pate with cream cheese, and then I can sit there with crackers and get sick by eating the whole damn thing myself.
Cucumber is good on top of that too.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt
Yeah.
it. See, I could see putting some of that pate on a cracker with a slice of cucumber on it. That would be good.
Yeah, bread and that. Yeah, and
Oh, the liverwurst.
fuck it. Yeah, sorry.
Fuck it.
Oh.
What's in your pocket? What?
Your hand, Sty.
Hey. Naughty.
Sorry, I'm just that mood. Sorry.
Potted meat, I gotta add stuff to it. Just straight potted meat. Now, I like to add like a sweet relish to it. And then I like nutcrackers.
What's potted meat?
It's just like a ground up wiener hot dog shoved in a can and mushy. It's just, yeah. And it doesn't, it's not called potted beef or potted pork or potted chicken. It's just potted meat. So I always said, what kind of meat is that? Yeah.
I am gonna attack my fridge. Yeah.
but potted meat is there's a lot of that. Oh yeah, Buddy Weiser. Then attack the fridge. That's par for the course on this channel.
Peanut
Everybody
butter.
eventually says, no, gotta go grab some peanut butter and pickle sandwich. All we ate on fishing trips off the coast in North Carolina. Hey, I'm game. I eat peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches. Drives people nuts. I love them. The ground up wiener, not for me. No thanks.
So is it a story you're gonna tell now, or it just like be talking about?
It's going to be a discussion. It's going to be a discussion, and we're going to get into that right now.
Oh, I love to discuss with you.
Tonight's outdoor discussion is day trips.
What the hell is PBMW?
Peanut butter Miracle Whip.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Hey, it's spicy. Yep.
Are you enjoying your dinner?
Look at him. Yeah. There's a challenge for you, buddy. Hey, let's
Brian,
do a peanut butter and Miracle Whip challenge, you and I together on a panel. And you can watch me eat. I'll put a half-inch of Miracle Whip on top of another half-inch of peanut butter and just shower right down, and I'll have a big smile on my face. Kind of weird wieners are already ground up. Yeah, these are like soft, mushy wiener. Oh yeah, Adventures in the Heartland with a Reaper.
Hickey. Hello, Hickey.
Yeah. Hickey DTW. They're from the shores of Lake Huron. Yep. Just a little downstream from me.
I was it done with buttermilk, right? Yeah, you love your buttermilk. He like it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Peanut
Yeah.
butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches with a big glass of buttermilk, and I'll pour it out of that carton. You can watch how thick it is pouring out. It'll be a challenge for my audience to see how many of them can sit all the way through and watch me eat that and drink all that buttermilk. See how many of them can stay and watch.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what it tastes like.
Maybe I'll do that someday. I'll do a Sty lunch.
Yeah,
With
why not?
buttermilk and peanut butter Miracle Whip sandwiches. And then anybody that's still in the chat, over on the channel, I'll give something away after I get done eating the whole thing for those that are still here that manage to sit through it. Yeah. Buttermilk and vodka. You can make the buttermilk with vodka. Just pour it in milk. Just pour that vodka in the milk and watch how fast it curdles up. Oh, Buddy Weiser liked the Lonely Tree topic, almost like you had been watching me for years. Yeah, that new series, it's not getting it quite as many views as I thought it might get, but it's plenty. I'm happy with it. But it's the comments. I'm loving the comments. People they're watching that new series, taking in the outdoors, and they're relating to it. So there's folks that never thought of doing certain things saying, I'm going to go give that a go. The next one, which will be coming up next Friday, it comes out next Friday. That one is titled Let It Snow, and you'd be surprised on that topic, how the approach I take on how to take in the outdoors by just letting it snow. I think you'll like it. But back on tonight's topic, day trips. And the thing is for folks that love the outdoors or folks that want to be introduced to the outdoors, day trips, you got to do day trips. All a day trip is something that you can do in the outdoors in one day. where there's no overnighter, there's no camping. A good example is this behind me. Okay, I'll make it big so you can see it better. Right there. That waterfall, it's a shelf fall. You can walk behind that waterfall. You can actually walk behind it and look through the veil. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Beautiful location. That's one of my favorite day trips. It's a mile and a half from the trailhead to that waterfall. That isn't far. Usually takes about a half hour at a steady hike to get into it. I usually take an hour to get into it because I just wanted the trails beautiful, windy, and it's slight little grades up and down, small little hills. It's no effort until you get to the waterfall, because then it drops about 200 feet down the trail to get down to the creek. The only downfall is you got to go up that 200 feet on the way out. So the mile and a half in, most of it is that 200 feet downhill. Going out, it's the other way around. You got to work to get up onto the nice rolling hill kind of trail through the woods. But so I take an hour going in and an hour coming out. So I can go in there at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm at the waterfall by 10, and I can hang around there for a couple hours and just kind of roam around and explore around the area. And then about noon time, I'll have myself a lunch, because I'll have a day pack with me with lunch and some snacks and drinks and a few other day hiking items like a small first aid kit, things like that. So around noon, I'll stop and take a break by the waterfall. I'll sit actually in this area off to the side here. There's awesome spots, big flat rocks you can sit on. It's awesome. Kick back and have yourself a nice lunch and just relax. And then I'll mosey off. I'll put everything away and grab my pack, and I'll mosey off up into the woods, either going upstream or downstream, the other direction, and find myself a nice tree to lean up against, and I'll take a snooze. I'll have a nice nap out in the woods, listening to that waterfall and the creek running by. And I'll spend the rest of my afternoon just hanging out there, going behind the falls. I'll do some photography and some video work and just make an afternoon of it. And so many times I'll leave there and I'll say, "Whoa, I got an hour to get out." And I start heading out. And because I've enjoyed the day so much, I'll get to my truck and it's dark. So I always have a flashlight in my pack. Now, that's a day trip. I burn up a whole day and I'm outside, and it's not hard. It's that, there's not a lot of effort involved. You can just walk like you're walking down a city street, leisurely take a walk into those falls. So it's low impact. And it's those kind of day trips I'm talking about. It can be as simple as going to a big city park that's got a big, long city park trail through it, and just take your sweet time and have a picnic out at the city park, and maybe hike that same trail twice. Because I guarantee you, I've hiked trails 10, 15 times and found things I missed. You spend the whole day in a location and get all of it in a day. Now, other day trips are like hiking trips, okay? There's trails in state parks, county parks, federal forest parks, all over, that are easy one-day hiking trails. You've got the Pacific Crest Trail. You've got there are so many national trails out there, huge. Here in Wisconsin, we have the North Country Trail comes through Wisconsin, and we have the Ice Age Trail that goes through Wisconsin. And the Ice Age Trail's really neat because there's a lot of history along that trail of how the glaciers had formed this range. That's kind of where the glaciers dumped everything, and you're walking on top of these hills that were formed by the glaciers, and but most of these trails are thousands of miles or hundreds of miles long, and almost every single one of them are broken into segments, and each segment is a day. They figure you can do it in a day. Some segments are only a couple miles long. Some segments are 20 miles long. Well, I used a 20 miles segment. I wouldn't think twice of doing that in a day hike. Make it a day trip and do it in a day. Not anymore. I don't do 20 a day anymore. If there's a bear following me, maybe I can do 20 in a day. But I like day trips that are 8 miles or less, because then I can take my sweet time. You can hike 8 hours or 8 miles in an 8-hour day, if you put a little effort into it without any problem. But that's what a person needs to do, is a little research what's close by, what's close to home, because we're talking about getting out for the day, not for multiple days, just one day. So do a little research around your area and what's within an hour's drive. If it's within an hour's drive of you, it should work out perfect. Take off in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, you're to a trailhead by 8. You can hike that trailhead and get back 8 o'clock in the morning until 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. You spent the whole day out on the trail, just taking your sweet time, and you get back to your vehicle before it's pitch black out, and you take an hour drive home, and you're home, and you spent the whole day enjoying the outdoors. Another day trip. Ann and I talked about it. She takes day trips. She doesn't get to as often as she likes. And I love the way she responded to my questions about her day trips, because it's so true. And it's true for a person hiking through the woods. She says, I got my car that last time I went out and I was going my typical route. And then I thought, no, I'm not going that way today. I'm going to take a left here. I'm going to go that way. And I'm going to head up the coast or whatever. And I haven't seen that in so long. I'm going to drive. And she said, all of a sudden she realized a couple of things were going on. She was hungry and it was getting dark. And she's been going away from home all day driving her car. She was so into just looking at the sights and the views and the vistas. And then she said the biggest struggle, it wasn't tough to fix the hunger thing, pulled in somewhere and got a hot dog. But she's heading home. And she said that was the hard part of that day trip. She did not want to go back home. She got so into it that she just, it was better than going home.
Oh yeah.
I have that all the time. Even if everything at home is just perfect, I can go home and I'm comfortable, everything's just perfect. If I'm out there and it's coming to an end, I don't want to go home. Even though home would be good, I don't want to. I want to stay out there. And you've had a good day trip when you don't want to turn around and go home. That's when you've had a really good day trip.
Yeah. It was my car. I will keep going. But I borrowed that car, If not that, I ended up.
And one of the problems for Ann is her country's not that big.
Nope.
Eventually, she gets to the other end.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S., at least, if you lived in Rhode Island, decided to head west, and you just kept saying, I don't want to go home, and just kept going and going and going, you're going to have to stop for gas about 5 times. And you're going to have over 2,000 miles that you're driving.
With full car, maybe can go to Finland.
Yeah, you can get to Finland because I
Yeah.
follow somebody that does a van life channel,
Yeah.
and they're from Finland. They drive over there to you guys,
Yeah.
and they like going to Norway, except the roads are so darn narrow.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing is I just I always want to encourage people, get out there and just do something for a day. You don't have to be one of these die-hard, dedicated outdoors people that's going to go out there and I'm going to show you I can spend a week out there all by myself in the woods. Well, I'll show you. I can go spend a whole day out on this trail and I'll enjoy it more than you did. And that's the thing is however you can get some enjoyment out of the outdoors, that's what you have to think about, especially when it comes to day trips. So if you do a little research and you can find out, well, there's trails here, there's trails there, there's a really neat park over there, places, destinations you can go. And that's one thing, when I was growing up, my dad was notorious for it. We always went up way up northern Minnesota, Boundary Water Canoe area, and there were some roads up there that go for miles and miles and miles and miles. And he'd say, today, don't you guys overexert yourselves. He'd tell us kids, don't overexert yourselves today and take long naps this afternoon. We knew what that meant. That meant right after dinner, we're getting in the car and we're heading up one of those old roads as the sun's setting. And then you wouldn't believe the wildlife we'd see on those old back roads because it's at night. And fortunately, back at that time, he had a spotlight on our station wagon. So if we saw deer or a moose or anything, he could turn that spotlight on. We could see him real good. But we would drive until the sun's coming up. We wouldn't come back to our camp until the next morning. And we considered those, they're at night, but we considered them day trips because it took 24 hours, or 12 hours rather, 12 hours of a 24-hour period to go on that trip. We weren't out in the woods on foot or anything. We were in a station wagon with all the windows down. Everybody's got their heads out the windows looking for critters, Hey, there's a mama raccoon with a bunch of babies. Stop the car. Everybody watches the baby raccoons. Then down the road you go and whoa, everybody look, there's a bear in the road, And those trips that they create so many memories with so little effort, and it's only one day. I mean, crying out loud, I've had people say, I can't even find one day out of a month. I don't believe you. I'm sorry, but I do not believe you. Everybody in this world's got to get one day off a month. And if that's the only day you get off for the month, I suggest load up your family and a bunch of sandwiches and sodas and hit the road and go on a day trip. Don't make excuses. Now, you may have a reason, I'm wheelchair bound. I got no way. I can't get out there. If you got a way to get someone to transport you to a city park, there's so many wheelchair accessible areas now. Here, near me, Morgan Falls, they made it wheelchair accessible to the Morgan Falls, which before, you had to be in pretty good shape just to get to those falls. Now the path is about 8 feet wide all the way out to those waterfalls. And it's hard packed surface and smooth. I'm watching people with walkers and wheelchairs heading out to the falls, and I'm just going, yes, those people. I listen to some of those people say, I've never seen a waterfall in person out in the woods like that. I've seen them from the car, but never out in the woods. They're thrilled. And I'm all for that. Anytime we can make things accessible for people that have limitations, Do it. So they can enjoy the outdoors along with everybody else. Adventures in the Heartland saying, check out all trails. They go by your location and we'll show you trails that are close to you. Yeah. Yep. The minimum maintenance forest roads. That's where Sty lives in the summer. Very minimal maintenance, some of them. Yeah. With potholes that'll swallow my truck, and I got to drive up on a bank and around them. Yeah. The rougher the road, the fewer people you're going to find back there, too. And that's what I like. That's like this little waterfall behind me, Lost Creek Falls. During the peak tourist season, you can go back there and there'll be 15, 20 people. But if you go in the spring, just before the kids are all out of school, and in the fall, right when the kids go back to school, you go out there, and it's rare I ever see another person. I'll be there all day, won't see anybody. If you see anybody, it's one or two people. And they're quiet. They're there for the same reason you are. They want to be left alone. And so find those kind of places and think about the season. Do you want to go put up with a bunch of people, or do you want to go out there and just be at peace with yourself, And I think most of us want to be at peace with ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Native Grammy says, I love day trips. I go to Indian Rock or Indian Lake, even though they are 15 to 20 miles away. Takes a long time. It's really slow driving on bumpy roads, then hike around when you get there. All right, folks. She just gave you an intro to her channel. Get over there and watch her videos when she's heading up to Indian Rock and Indian Lake, and when she's out there mushroom hunting and harvesting herbs and other items out there. Watch. Native is a true day tripper. That's what day tripping is all about. Sometimes it's tough and slow to get there, but that trip there is part of the trip. The experience of getting to a location. Spring's right around the corner. Well, I think it's a big corner for us, but I looked out on the lake today, and there's fish shacks out on the bay. They're nuts. The other day we had up to 45-mile-an-hour winds, and when Lake Superior decides to break up, it can break up in a matter of hours. And with those winds we had that day, they said that the outer rim of the ice, just beyond the Apostle Islands, that there's ice piles that are 15 to 20 feet high. They look like icebergs along the edge of the ice before it goes out into the vast portion of Lake Superior. Nope, they're out there in their fish huts today. And I looked out the window several times just waiting to see the ice start moving, breaking up. Yeah, now I can go down to the shore and film some rescues, Can't wait for spring when Bandit and I can get out. I so need to pull myself together again. No better place than, the woods to do that. Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah. Samantha's channel, music channel, right? Awesome music channel. She's also got some awesome outdoor videos. They went salmon fishing and they filmed their day out there at the river. And I watched through that thing twice. I watched it twice. And I'm like, that ain't right. That ain't right. I wasn't there. That ain't right. It goes back to that one I did about a picture worth 1,000 words. That's what that video of Sam's was 1,000 words 1,000 times over, and It wasn't right because I couldn't experience it. And when Jay was pulling in that big salmon, I was just like, oh my gosh, num 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 num. Let's cook some of that up fresh, put the rest in the smoker. Oh, but that's it. Day trips. Yeah, watching the ice break up on Superior is pretty interesting. I gotta say, has anybody watched the movie Togo?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, you gotta watch the movie Togo.
I know. You told me.
Especially if you love huskies, if you love sled dogs in general.
Yeah.
It's a true story about a particular sled dog. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I mean, the photography, the cinematography, all of it, it's just to die for. It's the movie. It's a Disney movie, and it is to absolutely die for. Yeah, it kind of rips your heart out a little. Yeah, Mystic Bunny, you saw it. Great.
I love those types
Yeah,
of stories, the true stories. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'll give you just enough that it had to do with them getting the serum to Nome when they had the typhoid epidemic,
Okay.
and the famous musher and lead dog of his team that had been put up in fame all these years for it played less than 5% of a role in that whole situation. The musher and dog that really saved the people in Nome never got notoriety. Well, they got it now. They're making sure of it. Yeah, get your gumi. The coho run on Lake Superior when the ice went out. That was a blast. Yeah. Well, I love fishing coho, especially on Fish Creek, not far from me. Yeah, Adventures in the Heartland. They had the wrong dog, but oddly enough, both dogs, even the wrong dog, was owned by the same musher. The musher that didn't get the credit.
We got Gold Mouse Gaming and
Did you get the boy a uke?
Yeah, I bought Colin one. He got the points. He earned the proper amount of points last week, and last Saturday I bought him a little red ukulele.
Awesome.
And yeah, he started playing it. He loves it.
Yeah, can't be. Hey, Hunt for Heat, good to see ya. That is awesome. It doesn't surprise me.
He wanted one. I said, you can learn on mine. No, I want my own. Okay.
I think that's the smartest.
Yep. So I've been teaching him chords and stuff, and he's picking it up pretty fast. I'm surprised, but
that's good.
intrusion.
This will be coming. Well, it'll be going out in the mail Monday, but I believe it'll be Monday. I should have my new stickers by Monday, because once I got my new stickers, it's going right in the mail. For you, Sam.
Oh,
It's a little camouflage jacket type affair. And the first ties go in front across the chest, and then the other ties just go kind of under their waist. And if it's a little big for Chase, he might grow into it.
Oh,
because it was considered extra small.
Yeah, it looks like it'll fit him.
And
yeah,
it's got what's neat is it's got 2 pockets on the sides.
Nice.
So you can put doggy snacks in one or roll up a leash and stick it in the other. And then it's got a pocket on the top. Anybody walking the dog that I'm sorry, it doesn't work with a hard pack. It's got to be soft pack. But a soft pack of cigarettes fit right in this little pocket. It's perfect.
I'll have to tell his dad that because he's a cigarette smoker.
My intent is my mascot would carry her own snacks and a little bag of dog food and an extra pack of smokes for me when we went out hiking.
Nice.
She never got to wear it. So it's been in storage for 5 years. So yeah, when I saw you got Chase, I knew I could find it. And I found it the other day, and now I'm just waiting on those stickers. But that's going to be coming your way, Sam.
Yay.
Will it hold a can of beer at Budweiser?
Yeah. The pockets are big enough. You could probably slide a can on each side, but 2 full cans of beer, that's a pretty good load for that dog.
Poor dog.
So, hey, Gold Mask, great to see ya.
You forgot to lock the door. I will back in.
You weaseled back in.
Weasel back in.
Who was in charge of the door? Who let Chuck back in here?
I don't know. Must be Samantha.
I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Newfoundlander Ingalls family snuck in on me. Good to see. I see Spicy still hanging around out there.
Are you home, Spicy?
He should be getting close to home. Oh, yeah. With that background, yeah. He hasn't been kicked out of home yet.
There you was. Hey.
Hey.
What's up, people?
What did you eat?
Huh?
What did you eat? Beef?
He went to Dairy Queen. He's eating a Blizzard.
Nice.
Don't pay any attention to me, folks.
Pay no attention to the man.
Oh, yes.
Blizzard.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gold Mask. Yeah.
Who let Phil in? That's fun.
Yes.
Is it good, Phil?
Mm-hmm. It's real good.
Yeah. I've got stickers coming this week. I've got some holographic ones that are coming, but they're only going out to a very few people. I am going to be starting a Patreon page in hopes that someday down the road that Patreon will help support my travels, because I plan on moving out on the road. That'll be my home, is right out of my truck and my trailer, and travel the U.S. and meet YouTubers all over the country. And so I'm going to start a Patreon page that helps support those travels. And I'm going to hold those, some of those holographic stickers for Patreons. It's not to shortchange anybody, because my standard stickers, all you got to do is email me with your address. And please give me your name and your address, but also give me your channel name, because some of you, I don't know your names. Yeah, I'm going to throw them in the basement with that yucking up down there.
Well, I'm just sitting here being good. So good.
Not as good as that Blizzard is. Which kind of Blizzard is it?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, get out of here. Yeah, I like that. Get out of here. Get out. Just get out. Who the hell invited you? Right?
Jeez.
We got to create a different messenger chat. One that doesn't have him in it.
Your key's been revoked.
I think we have like 200 and everybody is in.
Hi, John. Hi, John of John's Travels. Good to see you, John.
I'm young, Sty.
Okay, Buddy Weiser, we'll probably be here.
What? Okay,
That is called Phil's Dream Pit. Did you start a place in Tennessee? Phil's Dream Pit. Hey, Running Water, my boy.
Hey, Running Water.
I haven't been this happy in a while.
I bet. When you haven't had something like that in a long time,
Oh man!
activity. Yeah.
So that is what makes me happy. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Look what I got, Phil.
0. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got me a few bottles today.
Have you tried it yet?
Yeah. And it's good.
What do you think?
I like it.
I do too.
Yep. I like it. I like it better than the diet, actually. And I don't know why there's that much of a difference.
I don't either. You see, first thing I noticed is that the diet, I used to buy it used to separate. And there'd be stuff in the bottom of a Diet Mountain Dew bottle, which would be your flavoring and stuff. You always would have to shake up a Diet Mountain Dew a little bit in order to get that throughout. Because you could take a Diet Mountain Dew, if all that stuff was settled on the bottom, you take that first swing and it would taste really weird. I never noticed it until I've been drinking it for about 6 months. And then I noticed that stuff on the bottom, because only the first sip was weird, because after you take the first sip, it mix it up a little, right? And then then it tasted fine. Well, I realized that, whatever it is that's part of their flavoring or their sugar or whatever that makes it taste good, all settles down on the bottom of the diet. Now, I have not seen that yet with the Mountain Dew Zero.
The Zero actually looks clearer.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with the diets. Like if you drank 2/3 or 3/4 of a bottle and you had it sitting overnight, you come out the next day and you pour it into the sink because it's gone flat, and you look at the bottom, it's all clouded. It's all of whatever was left in there just sticks to the bottom. If you don't shake it up, it stays right there. Yep, you're right. The Hunt where he says that's okay. We were just 6 miles from DQ. We could always make a run, but we were eating gummy bears. Well, if you do go to the DQ, there's a few of us that would like to place our order.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Adventures in the Heartland. Yeah. Take a look at your messenger. I grabbed the Mountain Dew Zero by accident halfway through the day. I was dragging. That liquid sugar is half my daily calories. That's right. There was no real sugar in it. He wasn't getting no sugar buzz.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Runny Egg. Good to see
Runny
you.
Egg.
And
Hey,
by the
Thor.
way, I've been over there to your stream for the last week. I only talked in a couple of them. Otherwise, I'm over there lurking while I'm doing all kinds of other chores in the background. Just because I like watching that two-legged horse. I tell you what, I'd love to have a pasture full of those two-legged horses. You could teach that bugger to walk upstairs. I don't think I want to know how two-legged horses breed, though.
You want me to show you?
They ain't got no arms.
It's one leg up and one leg up. You got to put one leg. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, right, Phil. Right. I want to see that. Come on now.
I
I got no pants on.
Oh,
he's
yes,
got
you have.
pants on. Got
Yes,
no
you have. You have a shorts on. I bet you have that camo.
Yeah.
You know he hadn't.
He's wearing his shorts.
They're shorts. They're like sweat shorts. Look,
Sam comes in. What?
what do I come back to? I'm going back out. Oh, come on, I'll be back.
I was trying to kidding, and you just had your like boxer shorts that you always have.
I'm
Oh,
comfortable.
not the boxer shorts, camo pants. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of boxer briefs around the house when I'm when there's not people here. My son's fiance is here, so I was like, all right, go throw the shorts on over the boxer briefs,
Yeah, Samantha's face says it all. She's got the best facial expressions of anybody I know. I've seen some facial expressions on her, and I'm just about broken half laughing because it just says exactly what went through her mind. I mean, yeah, I don't think Samantha wants to take up poker playing.
Look at that eyebrow now; it's like over the head.
Yeah, that one eyebrow.
I'm actually a pretty good poker player, believe it or not. When I have to, I can hide my expressions.
You can put the poker face on if you really have to.
Take something out, act like I'm excited when I'm really not, or vice versa. Come here.
Isn't that a Pink song, Poker Face? Poker Face.
No, that's Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. There you go.
Yeah.
Poker Face, Poker Face. It's also Eric Cartman's song.
There's no poker face at all.
Poker Face, Poker Face.
He did not
No
feel
biting.
the eyebrow raise.
No biting.
You'll see. Stop it. Yeah.
So other than sweeping snow on the car spill, what do you do to get outdoors for a day? You got teenage
It's cold
boys.
outside. I don't do much going outside when it's cold right now.
Nope.
That
Walk around downtown.
I was going to say with your boys, I bet you don't even get out to mow the grass, do you?
Nope. I mow the grass. No, I mow the grass. Shit, get them kids to mow the
do
grass.
you?
Hell, them kids to mow the grass. I get it done in 2 hours, and then it takes me about 45 minutes to weed whack everything. Maybe an hour to weed whack. Well, I got 6 acres here, so I got to go. I got to go down around the trees. Got to go down by the stop sign at the end of the property, mow that ditch where I can't, or the weed whack where I can't. Then got to go around the pool. Then got to go around the flower beds. Then got to go around the pole barn. Yeah.
Around the pool?
Oh,
Yeah, the pool.
It
The
sounds
pool.
like he's describing Donald Trump's summer home.
Please,
I mean-
it's above ground pool. It's like,
Yeah, it's not like big hole.
Hey, Runny Egg. Yeah, I've seen poker on PS4. I don't play poker and I don't play blackjack, even for the fun of it, even if there's not money involved, for a reason. You hear people talk all the time on YouTube about addictions. I went through a stage where I had a gambling addiction, and actually one way to break my gambling addiction is I went to work for the Native American Gaming Commission nationally, which meant I couldn't game in any casinos. The position I held, I was not allowed to game in any casinos, just so that I could quit gaming. And so that's kind of thing is that for me to go online and play poker or blackjack would be like an alcoholic going in the bar and licking out the empty shot glasses on the bar, If you get my drift. I think Phil understands what I'm saying.
If you get good at those. Hey, trust me, when those games were on the phone, I was playing them. I'm thinking, I could probably go to a casino because I was pretty good at them. Probably go to a casino and make some money. I'm thinking, nah. I know better than that. So
That's it.
those casinos are big and fabulous off of people like me, off their money. I don't give them none of mine.
See that, and that's the thing is after spending 26 years working with the gaming industry, I don't gamble in a casino. When I retired, I'd go in the casino and usually win $600 to $1,000 in an evening, and I walked right out the damn door. Where in the past I could win $8,000 in an evening, and I'd walk out the door with maybe $5 in my pocket. Yeah, I put it all right back into the casino. But once you understand the gaming industry, you really, really shouldn't be gambling unless, hey, I don't mind people gambling. Just gamble with your expendable cash.
Yeah.
Don't ever dip into money that should be put into your retirement or your savings account or put food on the table for your family. The minute you do that once, I mean, even if it's just your savings fund for next year's vacation, and you say, "Oh, the hell with it, I'm going to take $100 out of it." The minute you do that, stop gambling.
Yeah.
That's Sty's only advice. Is the minute you take money that isn't just throwaway money, and not many of us have a lot of throwaway money, but if you have throwaway money, go ahead and gamble with it. It's fun. I love the play. But I can't help myself but reach into the wallet because if the play's going good, I could walk out pretty good. I used to do real good out in Reno and Vegas. I used to do quite good especially on the blackjack tables. I love them. I go to some of the casinos and I get perked right away. They give me a steak dinner and a 5-star restaurant and a room for 3 nights, and I'd hit the blackjack table and I'd make a couple grand before I left. But then there were times I go in there and I'd spend $6,000 and I didn't get any perks. So when I realized I wasn't breaking even, that's when it was time to quit. Yeah. There you are.
Hey.
Hello.
Look at the kitty behind him.
Aww.
The kitty said,
John, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She wants my potato chips.
That was my boys' cats last night when I was over there for pizza. The one cat hates me with
wait a minute.
passion, but boy, did she love me
I gotta
as
mute.
long as I had pizza.
There we go.
Your lunch just got away.
Yeah, she took my tater chip and left.
Our cat. It would be next.
Dennis, I sent you a link, by the way, if you want to come up.
He hadn't typed for it. No.
He what?
Yeah, he just come in over, for a bit, yeah. He won't stay long.
Off to sleep, eh, Ronnie? You have a good night.
What?
Yeah,
Keep
everybody.
the tongue in my head.
Everybody
Which
make
one?
sure to pop into Runny Eggs support streams once in a while. Yeah.
Are you yodeling now? Are you yodeling? Still?
He's funny. He's so funny.
Earlier, I'm on a phone call with Ann, and I told her, "Oh my God, you gotta give me a minute. I gotta go run. I gotta get a cup of coffee set up. I'll be right back." The minute I got off camera, all of a sudden she starts yodeling. She starts singing away, and then she's changing songs up and stuff. It took me about 3 minutes or so, and she was just getting back to yodeling as I got back in the camera view, and I go, "Well, that's pretty cool. I got sang to while I'm making a cup of coffee,
No, not that one.
Hey,
Not
thanks, B Wizzle. Now don't copyright strike me.
That'll do
You
it
didn't
too.
recognize that crap?
Hey, hi.
Sound like the mountain climber on The Price is Right.
You're right. I remember that.
There you
Ronnie,
go, running water. That's how I play.
hey, Sty.
What?
Ronnie Egg want to play Rocket League with you and me one day, and he
Oh.
asking about tomorrow maybe.
Cool.
I got
Take it easy,
stream.
Rennie.
I got Sty Story
Yeah.
Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah, after the stream maybe.
Maybe after the stream, depending on how late it goes. Yeah.
I don't know what the work is, but
Because Monday's technically my day off.
oh, fuck the day off.
Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about it. I don't need
Get
you
on my
telling
page.
me about it.
Hey,
Because usually I'm on a panel with you on my days off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, you'll be on my panel Wednesday.
with him down there. Oh,
yeah,
hey.
Wednesday's book.
Happy to see me, eh?
See, Wednesday this week isn't a day off. And well, Tuesday isn't a day off either because I'm always over at Canoe Hounds for his Canoe Hound Adventure show.
Yeah, you have no day off. Just say it. No
Monday.
day off.
Monday. I got Monday off.
No.
Yes,
Phil.
I'm taking it off.
Phil,
I'm gonna unplug everything. I'll go shut the power off to the whole building.
I'm gonna unplug you.
I mean,
See you later, Runny Egg.
What the hell, Phil?
That's unplugging.
just unplugging, right?
You
It's
plug
best
it in.
to plug it in.
Plug it up. Plug it up.
There you go. Yeah. And out. And
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This whole new thing now here in the US, the whole political scene, and all the elections and stuff, and you elect me and I'll promise you this and promise you that. And then now the latest thing, and I'm sorry, I laugh so hard. I'm sorry. I'm a true constitutionalist. I believe in our Constitution. I believe in people's freedoms. But free tampons to every woman in the United States.
That's a lot of tampons.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that would be a lot.
That's what
That's
the
what
Democratic
I
Socialist Party is pushing for now, is that they want feminine hygiene products to be free to all women in the United States. Okay, now wait a minute. Wait. Okay. The Constitution guarantees us freedoms of access, that you're not denied access to anything. You can buy tampons at the Holiday gas station for kind of like, you can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them. Every store's got them because they sell like hotcakes. I mean, they're everywhere. My restaurant back in the 70s, I had a tampon machine in the ladies' room, and that bugger, I had to sell 4 pizzas a day to equal the profit I made off the tampon machine. So yeah, I get it. But the Constitution guarantees each and every one of us, man, woman, and child, access. That's our freedom, is the right. We have the right to have access to food. We have right to have access to services. We have right to have access to health care. Access, not the item, because somebody's going to pay for the item. The freedom is being the fact that you're guaranteed that if you want to buy tampons, you can go to the store and they're not going to say, we don't sell them to your kind. But I'm getting them for my wife. So when I saw that today, I saw where someone posted on Facebook about how misogynistic it is and everything for people to say, no, we shouldn't give free hygiene products to every woman in the country. Then I want a free fishing pole. You know what I mean? That's important in my life. A man cannot go through life without fishing. So doggone it, I want free fishing poles for every man in the country.
Hey, I want fishing.
Hey, Junkyard Cooking. Thank you. Oh, what's up?
Hey, welcome, Junkyard.
If women can get free tampons, you figure that's probably a week, right? So do we get free earplugs for that week?
There you go. I'm good with that. I'm good with
Right?
that.
Uh,
Spread the love.
Or do
I
we
want
get to
to
go
go
out
to
to the
the
she shed?
It's got to be
Don't-
equal.
Hey, Carolyn, sweetie, good to see you.
What's
Hey,
up, Miss
Carolyn.
Kennard?
Mhm.
You still doing good, Carolyn? I hope so.
Yeah. So
Makes
am
me
I. I was glad to hear what the news her doctor gave her, that
Yeah.
that she's looking better than the last time they saw her, and it was over a month ago. And the doctor's saying, "Boy, you're looking better now than you did when I saw you last." That's always a good sign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you walk in a doctor's office and they go,
Beta.
"Oh shit," then you know it's bad.
The yeah, my doctor, I can never read what she's thinking is a problem. She's always got that first impression when she comes into the doctor's office is like, "Where have you been? You only missed 5 of your last appointments. Where have you been?" Feeling
Humphrey,
good. That's where I've
Humphrey,
been.
your dog
Feeling
gets free
good.
treats. You just got to beg for them.
What?
Just like you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a damn shame you've been married 30 years and you still got to beg.
Well.
I was married 38. I put mine in the pound. She got out and showed up here on my doorstep. Yeah. Marinating some meat for tomorrow, and now listening to this doesn't get better than this. Oh, thanks, Junkyard. That's cool.
No.
The oh God, I found, I don't even know the company's name. I'd have to go pull a pack of meat out of the freezer, look at it. But I got this
Oh, you mean
Black
out of the
Angus.
freezer.
I got Black Angus from this local store here that they get their meat out of Minnesota. I don't know the company's name offhand, but my kid said, "Hey, try these steaks," and he gave me a couple of these steaks, and it said it was chuck steak, right? And they look pretty good through the package. They're the shrink wrap kind of packages. I fried up one of those steaks. The very next night, I had another one. I mean, that chuck steak is as tender as filet mignon. I mean, oh my God. And they're big chuck steak, big buggers. And they were $3.50 a piece. I run down to that little store yesterday and I come up to the counter, my arms just full of meat dumping on the counter, and said, "Time to do some grocery shopping." They said, "Oh my God, are you having a huge barbecue or something?" I said, "Well, no, it's for me. It's me, for me." Excellent.
Well, guys, it's about that time for me.
Dinner time?
Yep.
Yeah. Did the
Having for dinner.
give you any ideas for dinner tonight?
Chicken parm.
Oh, this is one night I'm not having the same. Doggone it.
If I wasn't full of this
pretty
shitty
dark.
ribeye, I'd love to go get some chicken parm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I make it good too. So yeah. I'm not kidding. All right. Well, love you guys.
love
See
you too,
Love you,
girl.
Later.
Thank
you
you
later.
again for being here. You're always there for us.
Anytime. Much love, everybody.
Love you,
Peace.
girl. Take care.
Oh my gosh,
Uh,
there now.
I made a cast iron steak video. Gotta upload it for you to check out. I think you'll like it. Oh, I'm pretty sure I will, Junkyard. I need to find some good wild rice brats. Oh, we got the best ones here in this local meat market we have in town. It was called 6th Street Market. Old-fashioned, old-school butcher shop, and they had 47 varieties of bratwurst. and their wild rice bratwursts were to die for. Oh, God, they were to die. Guess what? The old boy that owned the store said, I'm done. I'm retiring. I can't do it no more. And his son, who was there, he was basically, he managed the meat department of that little town store. He said, well, Pop, I'm moving on. I'm going to go to work for, I can't remember, Oscar Mayer or some shit like that. And I asked his son, I said, well, what's happening with all the brat recipes? We won't be able to get his brats anymore. And he said, no. He says, not unless I can sell the recipes commercially. I said, well, if they mass produce them, they're not going to be the same. They're just not going to be the same. And he said, well, that's the best we can do because I'm not going to continue the family business. And I thought, our world's gone to shit. I mean, that store, this old guy has had that store for 58 years.
You should have took it over.
And they're shutting it down. Actually, it's shut down now. It's after the 1st of March. And that was so sad to hear. So sad to hear. Yeah, I wish I could have taken it over. They did offer it up. They did offer it up for sale. I found out that it was on the market for sale for a year. But unless it's a big corporate operation, nobody wants to touch it anymore.
I'd rather go out on the back roads and find an old mom and pop store or mom and pop restaurant.
Yeah, that's me too. Yeah,
that's the best place.
Hey, West Haven. Hello. Yeah, those backwoods restaurants, mom and pop places, little greasy.
They're the best.
Food. Oh my God! And they feed you. Oh, yeah. The food tastes great, and it's so reasonably priced. It's just like, yeah, that's the way it used to be. God. Well, I can remember when I was a teenager, we had a local restaurant, little mom and pop restaurant. You go in there and you get a burger platter. And the place was called the Rustic Roost, I think. And their burger platter was a big oval plate with 5 handmade cheeseburgers on it. And in the center, a big pile of pickles. And that whole big plate was $2.49. 5 cheeseburgers for $2.49. Hey, West Haven, thank you. And then you could get a side order of fries for 50 cents, and it came in one of those big red, the regular burger baskets, red mesh basket, just heaped full of fries, and they're homemade right there in their restaurant. That is so kind of you, West Haven. Thank you so much. But again, those kind of places just don't exist much. Phil, with that hoodie on,
you look like an old lady.
I'm not kidding you. I wish I had a copy of that picture. When I got home last night, I couldn't sleep, so I turned Netflix on. I think it was on Netflix. But I'm watching a documentary about the Unabomber. I got him sitting on my panel right there with that gray hoodie. You look just like, and he wore glasses like yours. Yep, there's the Unabomber. What you blowing up this week, Phil?
I don't know. Pull my finger and I'll tell you.
Yeah, the big corporations taking over the mom and pop stores, which destroys the economy. Yet, Walmart, it's convenient and everything you could dream of is at Walmart. Walmart came into Ashland, Wisconsin, and our main street dried right up. We had 18 mom and pop stores close in the first 9 months after they opened the doors at Walmart. Within 9 months, they watched their bottom line drop so far they had to shut their stores down. And now our main street, it's got a couple of little tourist trap kind of things, and that's it. It's more power to Walmart, but it sure messed up the locals. Yeah. Hey, thanks, John. Yeah. I'll have to do a little collage kind of thing with that picture and the Unabomber side by side, so I can show it off sometime on a stream. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get
These
a
two look like the same. Well, actually, that picture that I have now, I don't believe. Nope, I'm right. You can't see it. Just like now, I can't see the pepper on there. All I see is that. Now I can, but when you're leaning forward, and that's the picture I've got, is you are leaning forward, and you can't see the pepper, just the gray hoodie. Unabomber for sure. I thought they caught that guy. Well, if they're anywhere near Phil's bathroom after he does one of his chili challenges, they would think he's the Unabomber.
Get away, it's about to blow.
Yep. Yeah, Mystic Bunny.
This is the Mystic Bunny in the background.
Big fireball. Still yodeling.
Yeah, he's yodeling. Just not my song, he's yodeling something.
Hey, Jan.
My camping is intense shirt on.
Camping is
intense. Yep, intense.
Awesome. Love it.
Intense.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yep. And camping is intense. Even when I'm in my adventure trailer.
Oh, yeah.
A see-through shirt.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck it.
That's cool.
Oh, I see what it says now. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it should be green like Northern Light, but yeah, I got the green screen so you can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a quiet night tonight, Leanna. There are so many streams going on a Saturday night. I mean, Saturday night.
There is.
The just folks, I follow well over 1,000 channels, and just in the folks I'm following, there's over 20 that are streaming right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So to me, having 25 plus people in the house, I'm doing good on a Saturday night. I'm not even gonna react to that. You stop it.
You did.
There's a good way to enjoy the outdoors. I'd love to have a bag of those dropped in my day pack. Go hike out in the woods.
That would be awesome.
Somewhere and eat that whole bag of them things.
That would be awesome.
He drops it on his head.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen it hit that bird turd and go. Yeah, like a big old seagull dropping on his head. Oh, thanks, Jay's Beta Room.
We're gonna have to go out and feed the seagulls out here on Lake Michigan and do a vlog on that. That'd be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Feed the bunnies.
Take popcorn out there to the seagulls. They go crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is funny here because we got McDonald's and Burger King, and they're about, I suppose about 8 blocks apart. And you drive past both of them, you'll see seagulls on the roofs of both of them. But there's not a lot of seagulls out around the parking lot or nothing. But I've actually seen vehicles pull out of McDonald's from the drive-through window, pull out, and they got a bunch of people in the vehicle, and they pull out, and they're heading the same direction I am. They pull right into the first little city park. We got several of them in town. They pull in that city park, and on the way there, I can see the gulls coming, following the damn truck or car. And I think the ones on the buildings are yelling, "The next one, they got 8 orders of fries. Follow them, follow them." Yep.
Stopping at the park again.
Oh, there's big signs in our parks now. Finally, they put them up that you get fined for feeding the seagulls. And it's got nothing to do with whether it's healthy or not for the seagulls. It's got to do with all the seagull crap on all the tourists.
Nuisance. Yep.
Yeah, they're crapping on everybody. Or they're landing on picnic tables and stealing your sandwich right in front
they
of you.
will too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't throw French fries at the seagulls.
Why?
My kids thought it was funny because I was out there one day and there was a bunch of French fries the kids had eaten. We're out down at the park. And I told the kids, guard those fries. Don't let the gulls get at them. And I walked over by the parking lot and I found half a dozen good-sized stones. And I sat there and I pitched a French fry up. 4 or 5 gulls go after it. One would be lucky and grab it. And I'd do that 3-4 times. Then I'd throw a rock up there and one would grab it and he'd darn near crash. You know, he's got this rock in his mouth. Yeah, it was fun. I was waiting for one to swallow the rock.
We used to do that with bats when I was a kid. We'd go camping to this place, and they had a barn there that had all these bats and whatnot. And they start coming out at dusk time, and we cut up hot dogs into little pieces, and then we take a handful of rocks about the same size, and you throw a piece of hot dog up there. Bat would come, grab it, throw something up there. You throw up a rock up there, they come, they grab it, and then about a second later, they drop it. It's like, yep, they knew.
Yeah. Buddy of mine down in Fort Myers, Florida, we were fishing off of their pier. They got private boat dock, and it's that little inlet off of the Gulf of Mexico, Flamingo Bay, down there at in their community. And we're out there fishing, and all the posts except where we're standing each have a pelican on them. And you'd catch a fish, and sometimes them damn pelicans would dive in the water and grab your fish. And they'll snap your line, you know. Well, sure enough, here they go. They start diving after our fish every time we catch a fish. He picked a big rock up. He was throwing pieces of a sandwich out for the pelicans to grab, and they were getting smart, and they were able to grab them midair, and he threw that big rock out there, and that pelican grabbed it, and you could see it in his pouch, that rock. That pelican, his tail's up in the air, and he's trying to stay airborne, hit the water. He couldn't toss that rock out of his bill, and he got in the water, and for some reason, once he was in the water, he was able to get that rock out of his mouth. I thought, well, that worked pretty good. Then they were nervous. Then the birds were nervous. Yeah. Oh yeah, Carolyn. Yeah. I tell you what, them dang gulls, they're terrible. Hey, Sherry Watson. Hi.
Sherry
Watson. Our Texas girl. That, and that's the thing is, stinking seagulls, they're all over the dang country. I was out in the middle of Nebraska, and there wasn't no water anywhere. The only surface water you could see anywhere was the local septic transfer station. Otherwise, there were no ponds, no lakes, nothing. And we were sitting at this little drive-in, and there were some folks out at the picnic tables, and they're surrounded by seagulls. And it's like, all right, they must be seagulls, because they don't stay where it's just sea. They're all over the dang place. And it's weird here in the winter because they'll fly in over the ice inland to hang out at the McDonald's and the Burger King. And then they fly back out over the ice cover and back out to the open water. They're here all winter. Most of them fly south. Oh, yeah. McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. Every farm I've been on has had seagulls. They love going out in the fields, especially after you plow.
Oh, yeah. They'll follow the tractor around.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We had sandhill cranes come over today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We get a lot of cranes in our farm country, too. They love
cranes here.
Yeah, they're in Michigan. There's tons of them.
Yep.
Tons of
That's
cranes.
mostly what's around here where I'm at is farmland. So
Yeah.
That's the way it is where I'm at, too. But they're starting to build in more subdivisions. So,
yeah, a lot more people. There's a lot more lucrative because a lot of these guys that own the land, they don't even farm the land. They just sublent it to someone else to farm, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We got a lot of people coming in from Chicago because it's so much cheaper here than it is in Chicago.
Sure. But you don't make the money that you make in Chicago. But if you're retired, it doesn't matter.
Well, they drive back and forth. That's what they do because we're right here by the toll road. You can get to Chicago in maybe 45 minutes.
That's about how far I drive to work.
Yeah, you can get to Chicago in 45 minutes. Try to get through Chicago in 45 minutes.
2 days and 45 minutes.
That's right, John. Yeah,
it is.
Oh,
I hate going through there.
When I had a truck leased on with Weather Shield up here in Wisconsin, I was hauling East Coast a lot, and it drove them nuts when they'd say, "Yeah, your load's ready. You can hook up and get out of here." And well, that's 8 o'clock in the morning. I tell them, I ain't leaving till probably about 7 o'clock tonight. And they go, "Why?" I said, "I'm going right down through the loop." And they said, "Why?" "I don't want to pay tolls, so I'm going right through the loop." "You don't want to drive through the loop?" "Well, you do at 3 o'clock in the morning." It's sweet driving. You drive right through the city of Chicago and out the other end in no time. But you got to do it between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. You only got a couple hours, the window. Because at 2 o'clock in the morning, most of the bars in Chicago are shutting down. So, boom, the loop's full of drunks. At about 2 o'clock, it quiets down, and you can just drive straight through. You've got all them lanes and hardly anybody there. Any other time of the day? Hope you brought a lunch with you. Yeah, you're talking about the mice that they like the mice that you scared up when you're out haying. Yeah, at least they don't sneak into the house like the mice do after a field is cut. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, are you eating hot gummies, Phil?
No.
Good to see you, Metal. No, just the sweet tart ones, jelly beans. Those are jelly beans. Those aren't jelly beans.
Quit eating. I had dinner and I had steak, and I'm having these. I should quit eating. I've been to put all this stuff.
That's another thing, Leanna. Yeah, you got chickens around. I found chickens and turkeys. They kept the mice population down around the house. You're eating beans? Those are beans. Those aren't yours, Phil.
That's right.
There, see, now they should make chili beans for Easter. Jelly beans that are spicy.
Oompa Loompa in about 3 years. What?
Oh gosh. Yeah, the more and more I think about this Chicago trip, Yeah, that's like a day trip. Something tells me that the day I head for Chicago, from then until the day I head home is going to feel like a day. Like that day that just went on, and that day went on and on and on. Yeah, it'll be one big day trip. Is there a National Chili Day? I don't know. There should be.
There should be a lot of chili days.
I bet it is.
Ouch.
We have a chili contest going on here at our it's like a senior center. But it's really a community center. Anybody, the whole damn town hangs out there. But they're having a chili contest, and right now they've got 18 entries, and they want judges, right, to judge these chilies. I put my name on the list right away, and then I asked one of the organizers, "There's not a problem, is there, if I record?" "Oh yeah, nope, you're not allowed to record. You're not, no recording. You can't record." I said, "Then take me off the list." I wanted to record it. I thought that would have been cool. Just set the camera up by the table where I'm at and record my judging of them.
Right. Yep. That'd have been neat.
And they said, nope. No recording. Because most of these people don't want the rest of the world to know who they are. You know, they're local people and they trust the locals. But I said, oh my God. I trust the Russians a little better than I trust our own locals. National Pepper Month is November because that's Chili Bean's birth month. That's probably why she's so good.
Oh, that's why she's crazy.
Bring your own water. Save you about
You're born in the wrong month, Phil.
No, I'm a bull. I'm Taurus. I'm born in the right month.
Yeah, you're a bully.
A bully? No bully.
Bully.
He's a bully.
If you're thinking bullies, down in the description are links to the anti-bullying.
Awesome.
February 27th is National Chili Day. Well, that sucks.
But that's a bowl of chili. That's that kind of chili.
Oh, almost my
Like
birthday.
beans and, kind of chili.
Well, which kind of chili is Hunt for Heat talking about?
Well, February 27th is like a bowl of chili.
Like regular chili.
Yeah.
So
that's what screws everybody up. Because I talk about chili eating contests and stuff, and they're like, and they don't realize I'm talking about peppers.
Yeah. Hey, so I meet John a little over a week ago, right? I go to his channel, and I thought, well, I'll watch his latest live stream. I jump on there, and he's talking about he's going to start using StreamYard, and he's got this big bowl of chili, and he's eating away, and he's talking about, and like another channel that's trying to kill me.
Yep.
God, and it was a big bowl.
Oh, I love chili.
Yeah, I love chili too. I need to.
Got leftovers in there. I was thinking about that tonight.
Hot and spicy food day.
No. Don't put those up there. Of course you do. Oh, he's a kid. He's just a kid. He's like 3 years,
And then watch 15 minutes from now, he'll have one of those in his mouth. He'll be chewing on
yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's like you snore a fucking egg, and then after that, something come out, and then you drink it. Like, yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, like.
Sure. Don't throw that away, Ma. I'm going to eat that on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
I still think I gotta have a peanut butter, mayonnaise, and buttermilk challenge. Yeah.
That don't even sound good.
What's up, JCT?
I love it.
Hey, JCT.
Hey, JCT, great to see you.
That might be the one thing that makes me throw up.
Okay,
Flatulence?
let's do it.
We got to watch that.
Just the
Mm.
thought of
I
making me
kid
feel
you not.
sick.
I could sit here with 3 peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches and a big 28-ounce glass of buttermilk. I sit here with a quart jug of buttermilk. I'll eat those 3 sandwiches, drink that whole quart of buttermilk, and I love every bit of it.
Making me sick just thinking about it.
That's what I was going to say. Don't look like you're feeling too well.
No, makes me sick just thinking about it. Ugh.
Especially the buttermilk side. He's just no.
No, I don't do buttermilk either.
Well, and I'd never really, I'll be honest with you, I'd never really tried buttermilk. It just doesn't sound appealing. I don't like vitamin D milk. I like my 2% and skim milk. Sherry McMillan challenged me to eat liver and onions.
Oh, that's good.
And drink it up with a glass of milk. So I got the liver and onions, got a good recipe for it, did the liver and onions. Good. I'm good with the liver and onions. I get to this glass of milk, and it was worse than the liver and onions. It was
oh man, I love buttermilk. Just love
horrible. Oh.
Hey, Donald Morris, good to see you.
Hey, Donald.
Yeah, buttermilk donuts, awesome.
Yes. What's up, Donald Morris?
The best.
No, buttermilk donuts is a different thing. But buttermilk sucks.
Yeah, I'll eat buttermilk biscuits, but I'm not drinking no buttermilk.
Right. Buttermilk anything is okay, except for buttermilk.
Now, my mom, she used to get a big old glass of buttermilk and put some cornbread in it and mix it up. No. Nope.
Oh, she'd mix the cornbread in it, huh?
Yeah, she would.
See, I'd sit there and I'd take a big bite of cornbread and then wash it down with some buttermilk. I'd love it. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I wouldn't do with buttermilk is something like pour it on my cereal or some crap like that. Yeah.
What a face down there.
I'm gonna do that. Damn, I'm gonna do that. I gotta go to the store tomorrow. Phil, you coming in to Sty Story Sunday tomorrow night, aren't you?
Not anymore.
He's gonna be nervous. Come on in, watch Sty sit here, and I won't drink coffee until my buttermilk's gone.
If you do it, I'll do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Oh shit! Go get a quart of buttermilk.
I gotta buy Miracle.
You can even get buttermilk light. It's got less fat.
Come on now.
This is buttermilk
flat, huh?
Just get a quart of buttermilk. You can get buttermilk light where it's got lower fat levels in it. Doesn't taste any different, but it doesn't have as much fat in it.
Do it the right way. Come on, now, Phil.
And I'll drink buttermilk straight through my stream until it's either gone or we end the stream. It'll be gone because there ain't no way in hell like a carton of buttermilk is going to last me more than maybe an hour.
Cindy, buttermilk is probably my weakness. You were right. It makes me nauseous just thinking about it. I'd rather eat a can of sardines than drink a glass of buttermilk.
Oh,
there you go, junkyard cooking. See there. Now you got a cook telling you what's good. Cheese polenta and buttermilk and shaved red onions is really good.
Now to cook with buttermilk is okay because then the shit's cooked. It's not like drinking a glass of buttermilk. You're talking to a guy that would prefer to drink a glass of 2% or skim milk, and you're talking about buttermilk?
Whoa! I'll drink a glass of 2%. I won't drink skim milk. I've stayed at friends, and in the morning they'd say, "Would you like a glass of milk?" And I see them take a carton of skim out of their fridge, and I go, "Nope, no, don't do it. You're wasting it." Because I can't drink skim milk, because to me it's just white water. It's got to be 2% or whole milk.
Well, I grew up in school where mostly you drink 2%. Some kids drink whole milk, but mostly in school you drink 2%. So that's how they became used to. And my mom used to keep skim milk in the house. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Buttermilk. God.
Yeah.
Can't believe I'm doing this now.
You
Thanks.
have to go to the store tomorrow.
I should have gone to bed early tonight. I've been safe.
Yeah. I'm doggone it. I guess. Write this down.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to agree to it.
If I'm doing it, you got to do it.
No, only you. We'll have Ann do it.
I can't do it. My stomach can't handle it. I've been sitting on the toilet for the rest of my fucking night. Yeah. Yeah, I do that.
We'll have her do it.
Yeah, she can do it. Well, I've been sitting on the toilet. I can stream from my
Well,
toilet.
Mr. Connie up here with us.
What are you
That's pretty
volunteering
bad.
for?
That's pretty bad when John's passing it to Jan. She'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
What a man. What a man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's like,
No,
you're telling me to do
no.
something. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Doing buttermilk with coffee because I don't have a coffee drinker here on my panel to
I drink
match.
coffee all day.
That's
Coffee.
the
I don't drink coffee.
yeah, but he's not going to do buttermilk in his coffee.
Buttermilk in the coffee.
glass is
wouldn't be
worn
bad.
out.
Sure dilutes it well enough.
Oh,
It's-
no.
No, you can't dilute it. You got to put 30% buttermilk and then coffee.
But still, it's diluted with the coffee. It'd be more
Oh, you think
palatable.
so? You'll taste it. I guarantee you.
Yeah, but then it tastes more like milk instead of that sweet ass freaking.
I told you.
Then you will ruin your coffee. Then you will ruin your coffee.
Prove
Can
it,
you chase
Joe.
it down with tequila?
Buttermilk with a
Nope.
tequila chaser.
Anybody want to participate in the buttermilk challenge tomorrow night? Show up with a quart of buttermilk. I'll put you on the panel.
and
and-
mayonnaise and peanut butter. So you got to have
And
the
you're not
mayonnaise and
allowed to
peanut butter
leave the
sandwich
panel
too.
until you finished your quart of buttermilk.
You got
Mayonnaise.
to show up with a mayonnaise and peanut butter sandwich too.
I'll do that.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's the whole thing. It's a mayonnaise and peanut butter sandwich.
Well, it's Miracle Whip. It's not
Miracle Whip and
mayo.
peanut butter
It's not
and-
mayo.
and a glass of buttermilk. That's what you got to show up with tomorrow night at the Sty Story.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
Well, I don't
It
fault
does,
people if they don't want to do the peanut butter and Miracle Whip, but I'll have one just to show you. There it is.
I'll eat peanut butter, pickles, and mustard.
Peanut butter, pickles, and mustard. Yeah, that's
That's
questionable.
a little edgy, but
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
Mm.
The no Miracle Whip. Yucky.
Just a plain old Miracle Whip sandwich, but a big bowl of beans. Now that I can do.
I've done that.
What's good?
I've done that. I've made straight Miracle Whip sandwiches. One thing I used to do as a kid is I would take a slice of bologna and I put a big old slab of Miracle Whip on that slice of bologna and just fold it in half and eat it. No bread.
Yeah, now Jan, she'll do that with ketchup and cheese.
Uh,
Take a slice of cheese and put ketchup on it, fold it up.
Oh,
Yep.
Buddy Wiser. Oh no, I thought you were talking about reapers.
Reapers
No,
will be
I'm
happy.
not adding nothing spicy to that because I just don't know about the buttermilk with the capsaicin from the peppers. I got a feeling there'd be a additional curdling effect.
She will have nightmare all night now.
See, I a couple of the peppers I've eaten after I went off my stream, I did eat a nice big bowl of yogurt afterwards. Because yogurt's good for your stomach because it adds enzymes that help.
Yep, it is good for you.
Because I got a feeling that the peppers are killing a lot of the good enzymes in your stomach. That's why it's aching so much. It's saying, God, we can't digest this. God, it's killed everything off that helps us. Yeah.
Hey Phil, how are you?
Yeah,
Feeling
miscellaneous
nauseous,
magnets.
you.
Oh boy, now we're hitting the weird foods area. See, to me, it's not a weird food to sit here and eat peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches and drink buttermilk.
It's weird to
It's not
99%
weird
of the
to me.
population there, old man.
In fact, damn it, yet now that we've been talking about it, that's what I'm having That's what I'm having after the stream tonight is some peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches. In fact, my favorite peanut butter is the Skippy honey creamy peanut butter.
Yep, that's what I got.
It's the natural one, and that it gets some oil on it. It's real.
You got to mix it up.
You got to mix it up. I love that, and then I put almost a half inch of Miracle Whip on it. Big old sandwich full of peanut butter and Miracle Whip. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's
There,
stream.
we're back.
I'll do the intro with the buttermilk and the sandwich, and then I'll sit here and eat my sandwich, drink my buttermilk while I tell the Sty story. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Phil's pouting because
That's why we're all happy. Oh my god.
but Mom, I don't want to. I don't want to, Mom. No.
What is shit kicked me off the
Just-
network?
That put under the state of emergency because of this damn virus.
Hey, Lorelei Johnson and miscellaneous magnets. Hey, I did it. Why is everybody shocked?
My mom used cold mashed potatoes and grape jelly sandwiches.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. My mom would have done the same thing. You know what my mom's favorite sandwich was leftover French toast.
Okay.
She'd smear it with mustard and then put homemade creamy horseradish sauce on it. And she'd make a sandwich that way out of French toast, mustard, and creamy horseradish sauce. She just loved it.
Hey.
Didn't even like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Whatever have left of
Just
French.
ate peanut butter by itself. Yeah. Those that have sight issues would add Cool Whip to the peanut butter. What? No, Miracle Whip, not Cool Whip. Yuck. Well, but then Cool Whip on like a peanut butter cream pie. Yeah, that's good. Hey, has anybody experienced this as a kid? When I was a kid, my mother made us go to church twice a week. Actually 3 times a week. Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday nights. We had to go to church. My mom would drag us kids to the church. But Ma, the doctor said I got pneumonia and I shouldn't leave the bed. You're going to church. Maybe you'll be healed. Bullshit, Ma. Where do you think I got the pneumonia? From them old sicko people at church. Well, we had this potluck at church. They did them once a month. And as a kid, I looked at everything that was there. Same old granny dishes, Yeah, old granny so-and-so made that one again. Old granny so-and-so made that one again. There ain't a good one in the bunch. What the heck? What else you got to eat? Well, they had these big old slabs of Jell-O. And it looked like a dollop of whipped cream on top. I was thrilled, man. I'm going for the Jell-O. Got me a plate of that Jell-O, sat down at a table. You get in big trouble when you're about 9 years old and you say, son of a bitch, in a church basement full of churchgoers. It just doesn't go over good. But I couldn't help myself. Son of a bitch come flying out of my mouth. I didn't even know I said it. I took the spoonful of that whipped cream off the top of that Jell-O. First thing to go down, stuck that in my mouth, whooshed it around, started to slop, and then realized it's mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Them old ladies back in the day, they'd make Jell-O and they'd put a dab of mayonnaise on top of the Jell-O because the tart with the sweet is supposed to be good, I'm sorry for it, but that's shit. You don't do that. You don't put mayonnaise on my Jell-O.
Nope.
No way. Son of a bitch. I mean, I couldn't. I was spitting that crap out into everybody. I'm grabbing napkins from other people, spitting it, trying to wipe my mouth out. And then just made it worse when I said, some moron put mayonnaise on the Jell-O. And that moron was sitting kitty corner across from me at the table. What's wrong with my Jell-O? And all of a sudden I realized, oh God, I'm dead.
Ain't nothing wrong with the Jell-O. It's what you put on it.
Yeah, the Jell-O's great. You got to cut the center of it. Anything that mayonnaise touched, get that the hell out of there.
Did you get spanked?
What miscellaneous magnets? What was it that LA Beast ate? That you're saying it was hilarious to watch? Because just about everything.
I think he was eating jars of mayonnaise, if that's what we're talking about.
Jars of it?
Like several jars.
That's
yeah,
nasty.
miscellaneous. Yeah, that's right. Did you get spanked? Well, more like a beating. Yeah, back in those days, in the 60s, spankings were a little harder than what people know of them today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Butter with peanut butter keeps everything from sticking to the mouth. Yeah, it does help. My mother loved to put butter on everything.
Nope.
I mean, she would give us butter and bologna sandwiches, you know. I hate bananas. It has to do with the texture of them. When I was priggers with Bean, for one of my showers, they made punch with frozen bananas in it. Oh, see, and I love bananas. I love bananas, but I don't count on bananas. Right now, every commercial banana in the world is the exact same hybrid. If a disease ever hits those bananas, they say it'll take 15 years before they can develop another commercial grade banana that doesn't have all the black seeds in it and it's tough and hard like a plantain. Because it doesn't matter, Chiquita, Dole, all of the banana handlers, every one of those bananas are the same genetic pool. So if there's a disease that hits them, it hits all of them. So I don't become dependent on bananas, but I love my bananas. Well, I really like the bread form. I love my banana bread. Drank 3 glasses before I stopped because it was too hot and I was thirsty. Choked down them bananas. I was talking everything spicy about the nasal napalm. It's supposed to be the spiciest horseradish you can buy. Oh yeah, don't do that. That's another one of those. Don't do that.
That's what he was talking about when he was talking about the LA Beast. Was about the nasal napalm.
Right. Not good.
No, I've had some horseradish. Again, I've had the wasabi, which is basically a type of horseradish. And then I've even got a mayonnaise horseradish mix thing that you get from regular Myers, and to me that's spicier, more horseradishy than horsey sauce from Arby's. So
yep, I've had some over the years. Well, especially when I was growing up, my grandparents raised all their own horseradish, and whatever horseradish it was they were raising, oh man, was that crap hot. My grandmother would actually take some of that coarse horseradish and she'd wrap it in like a handkerchief, cloth, back when there was no such thing as tissues. They were hankies, and she'd put some of that in a hanky and she'd fold it up and she'd tie it under our nose around the back of our heads when we were little kids, and because we were all stuffed up. And boy, that'd open your sinuses right up. That stuff was so strong. Yep. Fried bananas. Yeah. Fried plantains, actually. Plantains are awesome. You slice them the long way and fry them with a little bit of butter. Oh, they're awesome. I've grilled plantains. Take the plantains, slice them the long way and throw them on the barbecue and get some good grill lines on both sides. They're great.
Joey!
Joey, Nicholas.
Joe.
What do you got there, Phil?
Oh, these are just, I'm just messing with them. These are my magnets.
No, I like that.
Yeah, they're 3 inches by 3 inches square. This is the first thing that I've done that has my logo on it that I actually have to charge.
Look at hands.
I figure $3 with
Oh,
shipping.
that's
if
cool. I
somebody
like
wants
that.
one.
Hands competing.
It's $1.50 just for the envelope and postage and so. All the food talk is making me hungry. No, none of this food talk is making me hungry. Actually, Mystic Money, because they're all very disgusting and gross.
She's in there in the freezer right now, trying to figure out what to make.
I hope she finds something good that isn't peanut butter and mayonnaise.
Lorelei Johnson, that state of emergency doesn't affect your daily life as far as going to doctor's appointments or anything. They're saying that if you have symptoms of a cold or worse, that you should wear the mask to your doctor's appointment so you don't spread anything to other people at the clinic. Other than that, there's no restrictions here. There's none. The state of emergency was so that travel bans could be put down of people coming into the country. And that's the thing, is that's one thing that it's an underlying issue. You can get on a plane and fly out of here. You might end up with a delay getting back because here it's not as much of a concern of you leaving. It's you coming back from another country that's got a lot of cases. So, yeah, it's not, the state of emergency has been in place actually for quite a long time now. And I know it doesn't affect doctor appointments. I've got 2 doctors that have been hounding me for the last 2 weeks to get in for an appointment. Oh, well, maybe next week. Then they call me again. Oh, maybe next week. Who's leaving?
I say, hey, Ariel.
Oh, hi, Ariel. Good to see you.
Ariel. I don't know.
You say it any way you want, man.
I say it however I want. If not, fuck it. Yeah.
That's not how you pronounce it. It's Ariel. It's not fucking. It's Ariel.
Yeah. Hunt for Heat. Actually, Trump did call a state of emergency, but it's just limited. It's. See, they cannot reallocate funds in the U.S. without appropriation, and he had to do something to be able to do the travel bans and things like that. So he has to declare a state of emergency to actually carry that out by executive order. So, state of emergency is, and New York claiming a state of emergency. I mean, even New York is that there. It's just a funding thing. It's really got to do with money more than it's got to do with, we're all at risk because it's a state of emergency. Yeah. They call the state of Tennessee called a state of emergency for the tornado. I mean, yeah, they like to overuse that statement. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go, Hunt for Heat. Thank you. I worked for the federal government for 26 and a half years. Well, actually, I can add 3 other years to that, but I'm not going down that road. but yeah, I worked for the federal government for a very long time. And in the...
I'm doing good, Ariel.
Part of my responsibility was in the health field. I'm not a health professional, but I dealt with appropriations and finance, and I've sat on appropriations and finance committees with congressional committees over the years. And yeah, it's a money thing. I just won't want to get into all the politics stuff. It's when they say we're calling a state of martial law, that's when Sty grabs his firearms and
Right.
I'm going camping, guys. I'll see you when it's all over. Martial law is what you don't want to hear.
A lot of people were afraid that, if Bush, or not Bush, but Trump got elected, that Obama was going to call a state of martial law. It's like, all right, you people are insane.
Yeah.
So that Obama could stay in power.
The only way a president can get away with calling martial law is in a absolutely extreme national disaster. That I should say, not national, natural disaster. And the only reason they go to a state of martial law is because of the looting. And otherwise, no president's going to call martial law on a health issue or anything like that. Oh, shit, you ain't going to be president long.
No.
Hey, Leanna, come live at my place, Sty. Well, you got enough property there. I could probably find a corner to park the trailer in. That I sure like your cattle. You got a nice little herd of cattle going there. Yep. And what I really like is she's going, well, and we butchered a couple for ourselves. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, boy, if I had the freezer space, I'd get a quarter beef, Yeah, we butchered a couple for ourselves. Oh, ooh, good homegrown grass-fed beef. Yeah. Yep. Cindy, you're right. Yep. Yeah, Leanne. They would start a state of quarantine for areas before the martial law would go into effect. Oh yeah. And here in the U.S., it would start out as voluntary quarantine. That you would voluntarily come in, be tested, found positive, be placed into quarantine. They're not going to quarantine a city, because they can't unless it is under martial law. You cannot restrict the travels of a U.S. citizen in that way unless they've committed a crime and they've been charged. Then they can be detained. Otherwise, they can't detain them unless they call martial law. It has to be a voluntary basis. And most people don't realize it's voluntary. Oh, you're going to have to go into quarantine. Okay. They just believe that person's got the power to force them into it. Actually, they could say, no, I'm going to go home, close my door, put a sign in the front yard, I got the plague, and everybody stay away. And there's not a hell of a lot they can do about it unless they declare martial law or they take you to court, and the judge is going to say, don't bring that disease bugger in my courtroom to decide whether he can stay at home or over in your hospital. Yeah. We can go fishing close to my place too. Plus some of the wild foods I know that is here. I think we could manage. I tell you, you're just tempting me, Leanna. I love that whole area of Minnesota. I just love it. Love the Brainerd area, so close to Lake Mille Lacs. And
I love Mille Lacs.
Yeah, Lori. Yeah. I was being a little too formal, wasn't I? Yeah, Lori. Yeah. Sign that says, stay away, I have the coronavirus. That's not such a bad idea. I should put that on my door.
Yep.
That guy that wanted to ride to town today would have never even knocked.
You wouldn't get nobody come over.
I can keep the Jehovah's Witnesses away.
Oh, that too. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, that was something that really shocked me. Is this young man that I gave a ride to the hardware store to today? He told me that he had it's kind of like a wrongful injury lawsuit, and he just found out he won his case. Well, he's coming into about $200,000 after attorney fees and everything. He's getting about 200 grand. I said, well, that means you're moving out of the building. He goes, oh, yeah. And he says, I'm going to go back into business for myself. He's going to open a small repair shop. He's a mechanic.
Okay.
He said, well, he told me which garage, and I know the guy that owns the garage. I said, oh, yeah, he's been looking for somebody to lease it. He said, yeah, I already talked to him. He said, the funds are available, so I'm going to lease it for a year and see if my business can get on its feet. I said, well, that's good for you. That's good. And he goes, but me winning that 200 grand in that lawsuit, he says, now I'm disowned by my family. I said, why is that? And he said, because I didn't give the money to the church. Instead, I'm going to spend it on myself. And I said, you got to be kidding me. And he says, no. I said, what church do you go to? He says, well, my family's Jehovah's Witness. And I go, oh, you're a Jehovah's Witness. And he goes, no, I'm a man with $200,000 going to open a garage. He said, I off the road. No, I'm not. I'm a man with $200,000 going to open a garage. I said, oh, Jesus. I said, that's why your family's disowning you. And he goes, oh, yeah, they're mad at me because that's vain of me to take that money and spend it on something just what I want. He says, because I don't have a wife and kids. They said, I have no purpose to have that kind of money. It should go to the church, and then they'll help some of the other church families that are less fortunate. And he says, I was less fortunate. He says, I ended up with both legs broke and a broken back. He says, it took me 3.5 years to recover to be able to do any work at all again.
Right.
And he said that $200,000 isn't extra money. That's money I lost from employment in that 3 years. He said, that's not extra. I should have had that money to live on.
Yeah.
And I said, and your family don't understand. He says, no, they disowned me. I said, okay.
Screw them. That's some people. That's some less people you have to share that 200,000 with.
Joe W, thanks for the ride to the hardware store today. Yeah. That's probably why the kid offered me $30 to drive him to the hardware store and back.
Because he had it.
It was a 30-mile round trip, and he says, I'll give you $30. And he tried giving me the 30, and I peeled off $10, gave him the 20 back, and he goes, no. I said, oh, yeah, I ain't taking no $30. I mean, I was gone for 45 minutes, for crying out loud. $10 covered my gas. That's cool. I'm good with that. It got me out of the house, blah, blah, blah. And
yep.
But here's the kid sitting with a bunch of money in the bank. Yeah. Leanne's right up there by Brainerd.
Yep.
Hump for Heat saw this today and laughed. Single white male with coronavirus seeking single white female with Lyme disease for a party time.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of Lyme with your corona. You betcha. Keep pointing that, Phil.
No, he has the coronavirus. He saw that.
Saw what?
Nothing.
The coronavirus?
Yeah.
Yep. He had it. He had it pretty bad.
Yep.
I'm sure his friends helped him recover. Here, I'll take that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were a little warm, but hey.
Just don't grab the one below the belt.
I didn't have one down there.
Yeah, metal music. I don't know enough about Jehovah Witnesses to even say much about them.
Yeah, what do you want to know? I worked with them for freaking 6 years.
We had a neighbor. Their kids would come over to play at our place. Of course, their parents came over, checked us out completely, and informed us of things their kids can and cannot hear, see, or say. And we had an understanding because they had two of the nicest kids, a boy and girl. They come over and play with our kids. And Christmas time came around, and I gave each one of those kids, all I did was give them a big, really big, neat candy cane with a bow on it. Gave each one of them a candy cane. Oh my God, they drugged them kids over. They had them by the ears, drug them over to our house, and both of them kids had to hand those candy canes back to me. And they said, we're not allowed to accept gifts. We're not allowed to accept gifts for any reason. What the hell? Well, then once they kind of got me figured out on how to deal with that shit, we'd find out it was one of those kids' birthdays. And they always said, we'd ask, when's your birthday? Well, it's next month on the 10th. And that was it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to turn 12 or whatever. No, it was just, this is when it is, period. So my wife, because they wouldn't celebrate that kid's birthday at all. So my wife would kind of weasel around it and tell them, oh, our kids are going to, they'd really love to have your kids come over and play on such a day. It would happen to be that kid's birthday. So they come over to the house and play, and they'd be out in the yard, and the neighbors, every time those kids came over, they'd drive by at least once or twice, see if those kids are outside just playing. And then and I stood guard. I was upstairs looking out the upstairs window, and I seen their car go by. About half hour later, it went by again. I go, yep, their 2 checkpoints are done. Called all them kids in the house. We had big birthday cake and all kinds of shit. And we had a couple of gifts it was the girl, had a couple of gifts for her. And she said, I can't accept the gifts. I said, no. They're not gifts. They're just things for you to play with when you come over here. She lit up like a Christmas tree. Well, that's cool. I'm not accepting a gift. It's yours, but you're going to let me play with it when I'm here. Holy shit. We were always trying to sneak around their rules because those poor kids. I mean,
sure. The problem with kids is they're around other kids, and 99% of the kids are all celebrating Christmas, celebrating birthday, celebrating and having all this fun kid crap, even Halloween.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. No.
My first experience with Jehovah's Witness was when I was like 5 or 6 years old. You know what? Yeah. When I first moved to Michigan, I was like 4 years old, and I can't remember being 4 years old, but I remember being like 5 or 6. But the little neighbor kid next door to my grandparents, where we stayed for a little while, I used to play with him. We were about the same age. And I remember going to my grandmother's after we'd been in our new house for a while, and we were having a birthday party over at my grandma and grandpa's house for me. Uh-huh. And I walked next door to the kid's house, and I invited him over, and mom and dad said, he can't come over. I'm like, I kept asking. I was a kid. I didn't know why. I didn't know what the hell a Jehovah's Witness was. But I can remember being awfully upset. And my mom and dad were trying to explain to me why he couldn't. And I just thought it was wrong. I just thought his parents were mean. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. That was the hardest part, was having to deal with those two kids it was 2 years that we knew them. And the holidays, we always tried to figure out a way, that those kids got to experience at least a little taste of it. And my ex-wife said, I feel so guilty because we're helping those kids violate their religion. And I said, they're little kids. It's not their religion. It's shoved down their throats by their parents and everybody else in their church, because until they come of age to make their own sound decisions, as far as I'm concerned, that kid don't have a religion yet. That kid's only following the rules, the house rules. That's all they're doing. And I think, you know, I'm helping those kids break mom and dad's. My kid's not good enough to be happy.
What's up, Whitworth?
Hey, Bradley. Good to see you. Where you been? Well, and it was funny because I got a little even with them because one day I was splitting firewood and I saw their car going by, and they only had the one car. Their car going by, and all of a sudden I hear it pip, 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 pip. And it's sitting out on the gravel road at the end of our driveway. And then here comes the mother. She's sitting in the car. 2 kids are in the back seat. And the father gets out and he comes walking down the driveway and he goes, "Hey, Sty," he says, "I really, really hate to ask." He said, "Could I get some gas from you? Would you have some extra gas?" He says, "And when we get back from town," he says, "I'll gladly pay you for the gas." He says, "No doubt about it. I do have to pay you for it." And I said, "No, I can't give you no gas unless you got the money." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Cash, gas." And he's like, "But I told you I got to go to town in order to have the cash to give you for the gas." I said, "Your problem." I said, "Your church would be pissed if I gave you that gas. Because if I put that gas in your car and you didn't give me no cash, you took it on a promise. Bad, 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 bad." And I just went back to splitting wood. And I kept looking over my shoulder while he's walking down the driveway, his head's dipped. And it was like, and he didn't say nothing. He didn't challenge me or nothing. He just walked down the driveway. I thought, hey, you've been preaching it at me for almost 2 years. I'm going to put your preaching right back in your lap. You know? And it was funny because, they only lived less than a football field down the road from us. So the kids, they didn't give a shit about walking home. But mom didn't seem too happy. Hey, Beastly Ironworks. Good to see you, David.
Hey, Beastly.
Hello.
I tell you what, that man makes knives. Ooh. Boy, he's a heck of a knife maker, folks. If you like custom made knives, go check his channel out. He's awesome. Awesome.
I'll have to do that right now.
He made a knife for Dennis over at Canoe Hound Adventures. Oh, that's a sweet knife. I told Dennis, he keeps telling me, "Come on over here and visit, Sty. You get to my place, we'll put you up," and this and that. I said, "You don't want me in your house? I might steal that knife." I told him, I said, "Well, you pony up some money. Don't worry about it. Dave will make you a new one."
Listen, Sty, I'm going to get to bed, man.
Understandable.
So
Totally
appreciate you having me up, John, Crazy Ann,
Yeah.
Sty, everyone in the chat. Hey, guys,
I've seen you again.
Guys. Keep spicy.
Keep it spicy. Buttermilk tomorrow night.
Oh,
He heard it. He just didn't want to.
Buttermilk, Phil.
do you think you heard that?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, keep it buttery. Metal music. Hey, yeah, thanks, Bradley. Beasley said, "Don't do that. My videos suck." Ha ha ha. No, they don't. They don't, folks. Don't listen to him. He's his
Too
own.
late. I already rang that button.
Yeah, too late. Yeah, he already rang the bell.
I sure did.
They're spicy now. You can say it is spicy. Yeah.
What's that?
Spicy in the chat. Phil is in the chat.
Yeah, don't forget your buttermilk.
And your peanut butter and Miracle Whip.
Yeah, you're telling others that they need to bring peanut butter and Miracle Whip. You bring one yourself. Because I will, folks, tomorrow night. Spread the word. Don't forget to share this bugger out. Well, Sty Story Sunday, because it's going to be a story. You know, it's like dinner and a movie. It's going to be buttermilk and a story. I think I'll put that title on my thumbnail, for crying out loud.
You should put it out there now.
Yep, buttermilk and a story, only at the Sty Shack.
Crazy.
So, yeah. Have a good night, Phil. Have sweet buttermilk dreams.
Yeah. He'll have nightmares.
Oh, yeah. I got 5 cases of the virus in my area.
5 cases, yeah.
Yeah, they just had a case up, not by us. It's down in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's like 3 hours away from us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can't get it. I've already been sick twice this year.
Yeah, I had the flu earlier. Well, that'd be over a month ago, and it hit me for a week really bad. And
yeah, it did me like that twice within a month.
Oh yeah,
thought I was over, and then 2 days later it came right back again. I was like, holy crap.
See, that's what my doctor had said to me too. When I got over it, I was talking with her on the phone. I said, yeah, I'm over it. I said, you know, I'm still weak, but I don't feel miserable like I did. I'm over it. And she said, well, I'll talk to you again in a week or two, see if it reared its ugly head again. She said it could very easily rear its ugly head again because your immune system's been fighting it for that amount of time. She said your immune system might weaken and you get another bout. And I said, oh, shit, I didn't want to hear that.
Yeah,
So
don't want that again.
1 case in Minnesota, they sent the person home. Yeah, well, and that's it, is if the person goes home and they use proper precautions in the home, it's no different than having them in a facility. Yeah. Walmart running out of toilet and paper towels. There's a shortage on getting it delivered, so I went to the store and bought me a bunch, and people behind me gave me the ugliest look. He took it all. We don't have our Walmart, tons of toilet paper, tons of paper towels.
Yeah, we don't have that problem here neither.
They got tons of face masks. Those face masks. They got one of those square shelves, you know, it's 4-sided shelves in the middle of the hall, big aisles.
Yeah.
They got one of those, and it's a pig shelf, and it's just all medical masks, the whole thing all the way around. And they just keep restocking it every day. And so the stuff that's going, you know, I hear these things around the country, and I go, people react differently in different regions. It's like I was saying here in Ashland, Wisconsin, you could be walking down the road with a bunch of old big sores. You got the frickin' plague, and you could be walking down the street, and people would go, look at you. Are you feeling okay? Well, no, the doctor just said I got the plague. Oh. And they'd pat you on the back and say, I hope you get better. And that's the way the people are around here. I mean, they're goofy.
I've seen a thing on Facebook earlier about the face mask. They looked at the tag and it said made in China.
Yeah, made in China. Yeah. I heard someone saying that about the ones that are in Walmart. That they were made in China. Yeah.
Yep.
First time you get rid of it, thinking it's over, 4 minutes later the stomach boils up again and head back. Part 2. Yeah. 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 See, that's the thing too, is these masks. Everybody's buying up these masks, and I've seen a couple of people in town here wearing them. Look at what the CDC and the World Health Organization saying, and listen to your damn doctors. My doctor, she just laughs about it. She says, if the guy next to you has the virus and you're wearing one of those baggy masks, she said, and they cough at you, the particles from that cough are going to get in the sides of that mask. They're going to get on your body. You're going to touch yourself somewhere where some of those moisture particles landed with the virus. You're going to touch yourself. And then you go take that mask off and you're touching your face and you're taking the mask off. And you rub your eyes. Guess what? You're going to end up positive. You just transferred it to your any organ, such as your saliva glands, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, can transmit it. So once it comes in contact. And so wearing the mask to not get it is BS. They're telling everybody, the world, they're telling them it's BS. If you feel that you have symptoms, please wear the mask. Because then if you cough or you sneeze, those moisture particles stay in the mask. They're not getting out to people around you. That's the purpose for the mask, is to contain it, not to stop it from getting to you. So people love to distort. Distort the real thing, because it's just not dramatic enough to say, oh, well, we got plenty of masks because people that feel the symptoms are the ones wearing them. So they don't need so many. But instead, everybody that shouldn't be wearing them is wearing them. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the panic is crazy. That's right, Leah. That's it. But people love panic. I'm telling you, they love panic.
And now they even changed the labels on the Lysol cans saying now kills coronavirus.
Yeah. What a marketing ploy. I mean, they did that during the first hype over HIV. This will kill HIV. That'll kill HIV. Every product all of a sudden's got 99.9% effective against HIV. Well, you ought to be drinking it and shooting it in your veins then, shouldn't you? I mean, what the heck? They're full of baloney. It's for marketing. It's so they can make a lot of money.
Yep, they do too.
If your product isn't part of the scare, then nobody's going to buy yours. I mean, and we did when I was on the fire department did a test in our community. And they filmed the whole damn thing. It was to do some kind of training film they were making. But it was a social test, a social reaction test. And I watched 3 of them done, and I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. They go into this local town here, and have somebody on the street yell, "Oh my God, that building's on fire." We had people within 12 miles of where that person yelled that out showing up to see the fire.
Oh, wow.
It spread like wildfire, and there was no fire. All of a sudden, you got a big crowd out on the street. Where's the fire? Where's the fire? Where's the fire? I hope it's that building, and on and on. And then all of a sudden, you hear people saying, "Well, I heard it's the furnace in that old building over there. We've been saying for years that place is going to catch on fire because of that old furnace. I bet it's that place." And the crowd moved toward it because some moron that doesn't know a thing that's going on said, "It's that building. That building's on fire, actually. We're not seeing the smoke and the flames yet, but it's that one."
Oh, wow.
But that's the way society reacts. They love the panic. They love the intenseness of it. And I absolutely refuse to be party to it. When someone goes, "Fire," I calmly look around for smoke. Smoke and flames. Yeah. When I see an actual evidence of something that if they said he's got coronavirus, he's wearing a mask, and I heard him sneeze, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. Yeah. What the heck is wrong with my? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, sweetie. Sweetie, the days get long. You're
Bye,
a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. We'll see you later, girly. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up in 10 minutes here. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. Bye.
Yeah. You have
Bye
a good
bye.
night. Have a good night.
Try to.
Love you, girl.
Hello, Killdeer.
Hi, Killdeer. Yeah. Anne's tired. Leanne saying I was drinking lots of fluids, chicken broth, vitamin C, elderberry, etc., major detox herbs. I boiled my partner and the cats out of the bed. I was throwing off so much heat. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Bradley. It's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah. But
I think everybody's just overreacting. It's all it is a freaking code.
Right. You hear all of a sudden you hear this town's got 25 cases. Okay. I bet you that town in last year's and the town's got 1 million people in it, right? So they got a population of 1 million, they got 25 cases, everybody's in a panic. But last year they probably had 3,500 cases of the common flu and 100 people died from it.
Right.
But nobody panicked over that. And yeah, it's a shame actually that people feel that way. That usually don't complain about my body heat. Yeah. Want to be a firefighter, but need college certificates and 3 letters of recommendations. Yeah, I had to take, the certificates, the college certificates I needed to be a first responder on our fire department. And for 6 months, I was the assistant fire chief. The letters of recommendations, yeah, and usually you get those through volunteer service with a fire department or EMS as an ambulance driver or something. They want to see letters of recommendation so they know that you're dependable, you're going to be there, and it's hey Pitbull.
Hey Pitbull.
It's a little bit of a chore to get, in some states, there's nothing. I mean, like in the state of Wisconsin, on a volunteer fire department, if you're not a fire sergeant, assistant fire chief, or the fire chief, you don't need first responder to be on the volunteer fire department. What the fire department has to do is guarantee that 30% of our standing volunteers is first responders status. So you don't have to be a first responder. You could be a hose tender. There's all kinds of positions that we put them in the volunteer status. But Bradley was a firefighter for 33 years until I got injured on the job. Yeah, that'll take you out of it. I'll take it out of it. I was on the volunteer fire department. They wanted to hire me at the Ashland Fire Department, which is full time. You live on site. You know, you got the way it works here in Ashland is a 4-day rotation. You live right at the garage 24 hours a day for 4 days, and you rotate out the crews. They wanted to hire me, but what they were going to pay me for the full-time fire position didn't come close to what I was making. So, and I was still a volunteer. So, and I was a volunteer in a neighboring town, and I was on when I became the assistant fire chief, I was on every call, no matter what. Hey, Blake, good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, 33 years on the department. The odds of getting injured, really high. Yeah, I got a couple of our fires that I got Sty stories for. I keep the bad ones to myself and people that were involved with them, but some of them are just really interesting stories where nobody actually got injured. Those stories to me are good endings. Even if the building burns to the ground, nobody got hurt. That's one thing people don't realize with firemen either. They're there for fire control and to do their best to ensure nobody gets injured or killed. That's what they're there for. They're not there to put your fire out so you can rebuild your house. They're there to make sure people don't get injured by that fire, and that fire is kept controlled and hopefully put out before the structure's gone. But sometimes you can't save the structure. It's just not possible. But yeah, firefighting is that's an interesting field to be in, and it's pretty thankless other than your fellow firemen. You know, fellow firemen have a tendency of being pretty proud of their brothers on the
I used to work
department.
for a fire protection company.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. Well, hey, folks.
Yep, I'm gonna head out of here, Sty, and
That sounds
and
about right. It's going on 3 hours. I got just 2.5 minutes, and it's 3 hours. And hey, Jan, it's good to see you again.
Maybe we'll get her on one of them.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
Wind burnt.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
spring's coming.
It
We're all
is.
gonna get outdoors, right?
Yep. We were outdoors for about 3 hours a day in the wind and the sun, so
Yeah.
little wind burnt.
That's it. When you're after the winter months,
Right.
it takes a while for your skin to get used to being out there again.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna try to get that video put up for Monday, because that's
Cool.
something they're gonna be doing next weekend too. So maybe somebody around here local can see it and say, "Hey, I want to go check that out."
Oh yeah, neat. Yeah, that's it. You betcha. And you got a lot of folks close by to you that follow you. So
Right.
it's within driving distance for them that you'll probably do that. You'll probably attract some over.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
You betcha. You
I
take
appreciate
care
it.
until we see each other again.
Yep, and I'm sure we will.
Oh yeah.
See you later, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, folks, yeah, we're going to be wrapping that up. John and Jan, Adventures in the Heartland. It was nice having them up on the panel tonight. That was great. Good night, Leanne, McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. Killdeer, everybody. Yeah, everybody's saying good night. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Sty's going to eat a Miracle Whip and peanut butter sandwich and drink a carton of buttermilk during the stream, just to freak out everything spicy. Ought to be a blast. Love y'all. The tomorrow night is Sty Story Sunday, and I hope to see you all around. And you all make sure that you take care of yourselves between now and then. It's a little less than 24 hours, so you should be able to do that. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the next Sty Story Sunday. Bye-bye.